Each one, Mary Reeves, Tom Evans, Ewan Reeves, Diane Roberts, Eva Thomas, Stephen George. Senior competitors, check in straight away as you come into the stadium. Senior competitors. So, we'll have the judges to the board, please, and then we'll have the competitors up, so we'll get out of the way. Thank you. Bruce Davis on the path for a while. They will remember for free game on 4, Sunday day 5, third notice this time. Judges to the board, please. Judges to the board, you know who you are. Come on, the subject. Timekeepers ready. Secret method. Judges to the board, please. For this junior semi-final. Okay, we'll have the shearing up in 2 minutes. Should have done that, didn't you? So we all look very smart in our gilets, and our polo shirts. 2, Junior 2, Edward Griffiths at 3, Jamie Farmer at 4, Sonia Fagan at 5, Blair Jones. WCD young shearer. The ladies, Blair Jones and Sonia Fagan, they're very multi-task, very multi-skilled. They're both very good shearers, and they're both very good runners. And it's lovely to see them making semi-finals. From the band up there, making a few finals. So we're going about 16 years of age, I believe. Just threw it on here this morning, this evening, today. So we'll do getting on and local man where I used to live, and we got Tommy Kay and okay, we got 30 seconds to oil up the hand pieces. It's a good idea to oil your hand pieces down the hole rather than where you're standing. Down over. Here we go. Okay. We just got to wait for the thumbs up. Somebody's going to tell me something now. Okay, shearers all day long. There is no lifting in the pen. No lifting out of the pen. And shearers, you have got to put that sheet down the photo. That sheet head has got to go down that photo, not grabbed by the pen head. So you otherwise you will be penalized. This is the warning, okay? So all shearers throughout the day. No lifting, otherwise you'll be penalized, and you must put that sheet head down the photo. Okay, I think we got a green light. For the first of three comments on Saturday morning, party is ready, judge is ready, good man, let's go. So this is the first semi-final mark one for these guys. We're here yesterday, we're in the east, and now we're getting into the top 12 through into that semi-final. They are here in three now. These boys are back on board now. There's another good competition now for the Royal Well. We've got Corwen, we've got plenty to go up with. Corwen Shears, and then we go to Corwen Shears, this is the Corwen Shears competition. They've got plenty to go up every week. For these boys now, they're first and girls, shearers. I'm just going to see shearers now. All they've got to do is just get to the shearers as tight and as clean as they possibly can, and hopefully get out of that semi-final into the top 6. So we've got the new system here for us to see. We've got television cameras and screens on top of that. Above the head, you've got the stand number, the double tap, and the seat number. So we've got very high tech here at Corwen now, just don't pen and paper anymore. We've got the system up and running. And it looks at the tremendous system up there. Corwen Shears, the nationality. Look, that fantastic system up there above the group. Only going one way. If we're ready for the World Championship. So who's going to be the first to go down? It's young Marie Davis, the pass. Marie Davis, the pass up there. That's in the net. He comes out to seat number 2. He's been there a good season. He's about 16 years of age down that mile time number 1. In the Mango Fabulous as well, on stand number 3. It will go Jamie Farmer. I'm going to crack into these young fellas. Really sitting in our
she said, cracking to see these young female shearers up here. They were in the wool handling yesterday, and now they're up here in this semi-final of these juniors. Up the next goes Jamie Palmer and Bedwin. Just look at the job that Claire Jones is doing there on stand number 6, ladies and gentlemen. She'd be welcome on any farm around and about the country. Did a beautiful job like that there in the 10 sheep box. On your face, you'll be right there with her. And they've all got sheep number 2 out right on the board now. There's the little man down there on stand number 1, I think. Reedy around that last front shoulder. Cracking shear in this junior semi-final. Under the front shoulder, he comes and down the last side, equal charge, Jamie Palmer. And Bedwin there, flat back on the long lows. The end of my group there, and Sonny together. And in the end goes Rory Davis there for his third and final landscape.
Yeah, so we did for the third and final round four. Third and final round four. Third and final that first catch on. So third and final round four. Corey Davis, we will do. Long line, very much keep on the field. Back to the river. Left to that front shoulder. And he'll be in the third and final team. Onto the ball. Jamie Palmer, young man, doing well. Having a good season, Jamie Palmer there on catch. Number 4. Sonny Vegas, he got that thing to final of the 18 competition down there at the Royal Well. A good final for Rory. We had a fantastic lineup of shearers, lady shearers, Sonia, doing a cracking job. The tremendous guys that came to better. And we got third job, long line, the third job, so that number 2, 6. He will do for the finishing touches. To his third and final team onto the board. 10 men, good luck, 10 rounds, do something. Let's show us the right number. So Sonia Vegas can have the third and final team on the board. Third and final team on the board. So what those green round there, ladies and gentlemen? Give a big hand to the goal. Thank you for doing this. So you will feel good time about the ball. Edward Griffith, Jamie Palmer, putting down the last touch over he goes. Tips is definitely wide low. These sheep are not relaxing, but Jamie Palmer, put it in floating. Left hand working half the right hand, setting that cover. Beautiful series of that young man on stand number 4. And he reaches for the stopper. Hits the stopper and they go on stand number 4. So that's his lead from the Fagan. He would feel Bedwin Griffith.
And the finishing touches just going in there for Bedwin on stand number 3, and he'll be reaching for the stopper. We saw him up here in the final of the speed shear last night. He'd love to make this big junior final here this afternoon as well. And Claire Jones just putting the finishing touches for her second lamb. Just giving her the run around a little bit. That ball phased her, she'll just settle it down. And do a beautiful job of shearing, and she did the same now for her third and final. You're there, just about to put the finishing touches on stand number 2. Out he goes. Great shear there for the young fella on stand number 2. There's Sonia Fagan. All the way from Kiko in here. And out she goes. We've just got Claire Jones now. But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. Quality can pull this young lady through. She's going to have a cracking go in the wool handling. So far on the circuit this year. over and supported a lot of our shows over in England early on, and the rest of the UK. And now she's up here shearing in this junior semi-final. She was one of the Woodlanders there a couple of weekends ago for that big British record set by Mary on Evans. Had a pretty busy day that day. Even that first front shoulder, she goes. Long flow time now. You're very confident, ladies and gentlemen. You're doing a tracking job. You keep the quality fluid. Long flow time for fluid there on track. Number 6. You're very talented individual. It's great to see you look at putting your road in. She'll clearly come down the left side. Alright, with that left front over the ring as she goes. Around that left front shoulder. Keeping that sheep. Go ahead and keep it done your right out. She'll come down that left side. It's cover on, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, give her a bit of encouragement. Come on, get behind that. You're doing a tracking job there. Right behind that she goes. Just bring her back towards. Look at that beautiful job on that side. Not a whisper of what we left off there, gently at the back. Remember to be 50-80. Hanging on to that. That's right, reach it, just do a very encouragement. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My English to 1, Bob Evans 2, Hewlett Brady 3, Dale Roberts 4, Evan Thomas 5, Stephen George is back, number 6. Shearers lead the board is going to 6, and they come on and stand 1. Thomas, Stephen George. The names are on the board, so we have independent boys, we're looking at these. We've got a lot of shearing to get through today. We need to just keep this engine kicking over. These boys would have seen this first evening and know what they're going to do. Try and make that big final later on this afternoon. Attendance, don't forget to take you'll see up there just above the door. So attendance, we're relying on you to keep the numbers of the seat. You've only got one job, make sure that man is safe. Okay, we got the green light. We're going on the empty seats, we're ready to go. Okay, cheers to your doors. Time is ready, judge is ready, look at it, go. We got 5 entries. But up there, William country, Tom Evans, he's up there, some of the same country, Hillary, Diane Roberts. So then this line up, Evan Thomas, Stephen George. So they see what's wrong with all of us. They just let us get out there and cheer and tidy and clean and quick and then got.
So Diane Roberts, who's going to be the first? Diane Roberts goes up the neck. Just walks up the neck. Andrew, Reese Morris. Thank you, Reese. So they go into the first front shoulder. In they go, the first front shoulder. This is the junior. These boys just starting out in their shearing career. Make a few junior finals. They'll get up into the next class. Miley Grease. I think his brother there is telling him to keep that bottom tooth down. Tom Evans. Just a difficult part of the sheep to shear, this first front shoulder. Once they get away from you. But he'll just keep it relaxed and try and get back into the rhythm. Ewan Breeze looks to be, knows his way around the sheep. Around that last front shoulder he comes. Diane Roberts. Shears looks to be shearing well within himself. There's Diane Roberts on stand number 4. Ivan Thomas. He's on the turn. Stephen George coming round that last front shoulder. But it looks like that young man, Diane Roberts on stand. Number 4. Just put in the finishing touches. And he'll be down the 4-0 and going for sheep number 2.
Yeah, he brings number 2 out to the board, but Murag Reese there ain't going to be too far behind. In pops Ivan Breeze on stand number 3. Fairly even field right along the board. Stefan George just pops in. Where's Ivan Thomas? A lot of these boys here competing last night in the speed shear competition. And they're back now in this semi-final. Tom Evans just keeps control of that sheep. Well done, young fella. Hops are in the Bordeaux. And in he goes for number 2. Deanne Roberts is already up the net. Murag Reese steps through up the net. Up the net goes Stefan George down there on stand number 6. They will have seen the quality in this first team in the semi-final, so they know they've got to do a really nice, clean job of these beautiful little Welshie lambs. Into the undermine goes Tom Evans now. Up the net goes Ivan Thomas. But I think it's still the man here on stand number 4. No, it might not be. Murag Reese out there on stand number 1 has already stepped over and he's about to get to the turn. He's around that last front shoulder. He's having a cracking shear out there on stand number 1. Stefan George is chasing hard. Around that last front shoulder comes Stefan. Deanne Roberts around that front shoulder. Ewan Breeze there around the last front shoulder. A real tricky part of the sheep to shear, ladies and gentlemen. Very angular part of the sheep using a piece of flat steel. But in pops Murag Reese now for his 3rd and final lamb there, Steve.
Murag Reese there from up there at Elam Valley Country. He's got a good shear these. Into that 3rd and final sheep. Ewan Breeze here on stand number 3. In for his 3rd and final sheep on the board. Deanne Roberts finishing touches. And he'll be in for his 3rd and final sheep on the board. Stephen George, all these boys, young lads, are keeping that bottom tooth on the skin. Very low on the double cuts above their heads. These young lads. So hopefully they've all been on shearing courses. This Elite, one of our sponsors here. So I hope they've been running some tremendous courses for these young shearers to go on. And you're never too old to learn. And if you start off right, you'll keep that going. Your quality will get your quality to start with. The speed will come when you've got numbers under your belt. So Ivan Thomas goes in for his 3rd and final sheep along with Tom Evans. Great to see these young boys travelling around and supporting these shows. So we got Myra Grease from the Elam Valley there. Brothers in the pen, and he's just put in the long blow time for Myra Grease there now. Young lad, good, strong young man there. He's going to make a good shearer. And he's up in that semi-final, cleaning off that cheek and down round the last front shoulder they go. Corwen Shears is coming to join the party there on stand number 3. Round and out that front shoulder he goes. So along with Dayan Roberts, these boys shearing nice and cruisy. So these young lads doing anything from 150 to 200 a day in this junior class. And then they'll have a few wins in the junior and they'll make up into the intermediate, senior, and then the open. So out goes Myra Grease there on stand 2. Make sure she goes down the pole on Myra. Out goes Ewan Breeze there on stand number 3. There's some good low marks on the boards above the head. So out goes Deanne Roberts on stand number 4.
This is just the final call for any senior shearers that have not yet checked in. Please go forward to the check-in desk and get your names down. And senior shearers, please get yourselves checked in. Back to the shearing now. Out the hind leg goes Stefan George. He's had a cracking shear by the looks of things up there on stand number 6. Tom Evans and Evan Thomas there on the long blows. They will get to the turn. Out goes Stefan George. Cracking shear for the young fella. Down the last side now for these 2 last competitors in this junior semi-final. The first heat of the intermediate will be Owen Martin Jones, Gethin Williams, Bedwin Senchin, Harvey Samuels, Reese Ford, Reese Sladen. That's the first heat of the intermediate semi-final. Ian Thomas finishing in the Corwen. I find them just a little bit I like to call out here.
We'll swap the judges, don't go far, they'll get right away. This time's all different. So, Reese Davis, Reese Morris, Harvey Samuel, Edward Shanky, Jeffrey Williams, and Owen Martin. Okay. Reese Davis to 1, Reese Morris 2, Harvey Samuel 3, Edward Shanky 4, Jeffrey Williams to 1, and Owen Martin goes to 6. That's how many more? Owen Jones to 6, Gethin Williams 5, Edward Shankin 4, Harvey Samuel 3, Reese Morris 2, Reese Davis. Reese Davis, is that another Reese Davis or is it the pant going back up? Let's have a look. I get it's from Reese. Yep, I can see it's Reese from down there at New Church Country. Reese Morris from Aberetto made the final. Royal Welsh. Reese Morris. Reese had a good Royal Welsh. Had a good Royal Welsh last year. Won the Worshipful Company of Women Junior final. Won the intermediate competition. Harvey Samuel, he's there, Landry the country as well. Owen Jones. Okay, judges to the boards, please. Let's have you. Judges to the boards. You know who you are. How many lambs in the pen, boys? 4. Thank you, Reese. Thank you, Ewan. 10 men. Don't forget to turn the clocks. Who are we missing on the judges? Timo Resno. Timo. Ale. Timo. Roman Tango. Bronwyn Tango. Andy Rankin. Bronwyn Tango. How are they? They're still judging out the back. You know, a bit slow, ain't they? Jesus. Didn't he just go like that? Bronwyn Tango. Andy Rankin. There's Andy. You're on, Andy. I wouldn't be calling you if you weren't. Bronwyn Tango. Bronwyn to 3. Andy Rankin to 4. Has she finished judging? No lifting, boys. And make sure that head goes down the portal. You have to present that head down the portal. Stand 3, Bron. Okay, looks like we're all ready to go. Shearing 4 lambs. Shearers to your doors. Timekeepers ready, judges ready, competitors go. So they rip the door off the ham hinges there and they go in. Gethin Williams was on the go. Rips the handpiece and the stopper on. Rhys Davis from Mid Wales there. Paint Scout, Lane Street Country. Got little Rhys Morris there from Amaretto. Making finals all the time is a Rhys Morris. Had a season out in New Zealand. Done him the world of good. Harvey Samuel, another boy from up there, Little Dewey Country. Bedwashinkin and Gethin Williams and Owen Jones here, all like they're making semi-finals, big heats yesterday afternoon. And here we are, the top 12 through to this semi-final here at the Corwen Shears. The boys have just opened up the shoulders a bit and they're swinging in the steel. They're putting the shots in now. All along the long blows together and the first of sheep. Penmen, you got to put your clocks. Penmen, make sure you're on 1. They're not on north. They're on 1. Good boys. So who's going to be the first to put her down the portal and get out in front? Rhys Davis ripping in them long blows. Rhys is here's a few thousand. And that's just his own sheep there because they got thousands of them round the last front shoulder. But it's young Owen Jones out there on stand number 6. Oh, she's just gone a little bit septic on him. Let's just allow the rest of the field to get 3 or 4 blows back on him. But it looks like it's going to be Owen Jones on stand 6. It's going to be the first in for sheep number 2.
Yeah, the man out there on stand number 6 has really got tucked into his work. Harvey Samuel finishing touches. Bedwin Section in the pen he goes. Where's the 2 Reeses now? Finishing touches for Rhys Morris and Rhys Davis. And Gethin Williams just puts a finishing touch and he is in the pen as well. These boys would love to make this big intermediate final later on this afternoon. Sheep number 2 out right along the boards now. Up the neck though for Owen Jones. Up the neck for Bedwin. Rhys Morris is into that undermine. Rhys Davis is into the undermine. Harvey Samuel, the cool customer here on stand number 3. He's got his concentration face on, ladies and gentlemen, into that first front shoulder. He goes. Gethin Williams is up the neck. Bedwin is flat tack on the long blows here on stand number 4. Owen Jones on the long blows. But I think Bedwin might have stolen a blow from him. He cleans off the cheek around that last front shoulder. Comes Bedwin now. Rhys Morris chasing hard around that last front shoulder. The young talent with a bright future, all of these boys. Long blow time for Gethin Williams. Owen Jones now down that last side and out the hind leg, but it could just be Rhys Morris here in the pen. He will hop and skip and jump. He nearly rips that pen door off. It's a good job in Jones. Yeah, the one that you were going to got in your for when you had I lost all this city.
Penman, 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 you've only got one job to do. Do it right, please. So Gethin Williams goes in for sheep number 4, according to that. He's in for sheep number 5. It's amazing. We've only got 4 in a pen. Unbelievable. Can you take one off? Richard Jones, what's he on? Thank you. It only just turned. Reese Morris, what's he on? Yeah, well, he's on sheep number 2, according to you. So Billy Powell, you've only got one job to do. So Reese Morris, down the last side of sheep number 3. Bed with Shinkin. I don't know what numbers he on. He's on 2. Gethin Williams is on sheep number 5. He's only shearing 4. Owen Jones is on sheep number 3. Down the last side he comes. Of sheep number 3. Owen Jones is just first, just in front at the moment. But little Reese Morris, the little hard man, Reese Morris. Tremendous competitor. He's had a tremendous season as a junior. Now he's making finals at intermediate. Loves to make this big final year at Corwen. He goes in for his 4th lamb onto the boards. Owen Jones, his 4th and final lamb, but his pen man is on number 6. So Reese Morris out with 4. Harvey Samuel is out with number 4. Artie McCarty, Harvey Samuel's out with 4. Jack Samuel, put another one. Thank you, and another one. Good boy, Jack. Goodbye. Hey, so Harvey Samuel out with sheep number 4. Little Reese Davis out there on stand number 1. He'll be out with sheep number 4 on the boards any moment now. So it's Reese Morris, the furthest on. Reese Morris there now, intermediate finalist there now, up at the Royal Welsh Show. He'd love to make this big intermediate final year when Reese Morris travels around the world. Is Reese Morris been out to New Zealand? Done him a world of good there now. Comes back round and last front shoulder. Where's Gethin Williams? Gethin Williams is coming to join the party on stand number Gethin. On stand number 5. Down the last side goes Gethin. Down the last side goes Reese Morris. Out the hind leg they go. Up underneath that hamstring. Cleans off. Look at Gethin Williams. A beautiful last job on that one. Out goes Gethin Williams. Out goes Reese Morris. Man alive, Reese, don't break it. Just push the stopper.
Yeah, some cracking shearing in this first heat of this intermediate semi-final. Reese Davis there, flat tack on the long blows. Who's going to be the next to push the button, though? I think it could be Owen Jones out there on stand number 6. Harvey Samuel here just putting the finishing touch in, but out goes Owen Jones. He hits the big red stopper. Bedwin Senshin now, out he goes. Harvey Samuel finishing touches, and out he goes now, just the young fella on stand number 1, Reese Davis. Just a few sweeping blows around that last hind leg there, look, ladies and gentlemen. And out goes Reese Davis. That was the first heat of the intermediate semi-finals. Give them all a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Next up, semi-final part 2. Elgin Roberts to 6. Ewan Davis to 5. Anthony Vasbo to 4. Jamie Farmer to 3. Billy Powell to 2. Ellis Jones to stand number 1. So, Ewan Davis, brother Reese is just out of shear. Billy Powell, Jamie Farmer, and this junior semi-final answers. Intermediate semi-final for Jamie Farmer. Elgin Roberts, so what's it? Ewan Davis to 5. Anthony Vasbo to 4. Jamie Farmer to 3. Billy Powell to 2. Ellis Jones to 1. Where's Billy Powell? He's just been up there. Pen man, make sure you do them clocks. If you don't start doing them, we're going to reject you with a pen man. We're going to tell you to, oh. I say someone like Norway? Yeah, go and ask him. Ellis Jones. Billy Powell is there. Billy Powell. Jamie Farmer. So we got Anthony Vaspo from Norway. It's great to see. I think we had about 8 or 10 Norwegians at the Royal. Well, I think they're staying up here at Bala. I think they've come in with Jonathan Arkle. Jonathan, I know he made the final of the Open wool handling. So it's great to see his international competitors. Okay, are we ready to go? Shearers to your doors, please. Shearers to your doors. Timekeepers ready. Judges ready. Competitors go. So this is semi-finals. Part 2. Ellis Jones 1. Billy Powell 2. Jamie Farmer 3. Anthony Vaspo 4. Ewan Davis 5. Elgin Roberts stand 6. So penmen. Dylan, what sheep is shearing, Dylan? Uncle. So they're all on sheep 1. So Jamie Farmer, Jamie is from Paints Castle Country, where I hail from the Vegas in that junior semi-final, now in the Canadian final. So he's been on a few elite courses, do elite courses, do elite courses. That's why he's making semi-final for both the junior and the Canadian. So all the pay dividends on that, that's been great. Guys, Joe with Billy Powell. Another one has been on an elite course, and it looks like he's driving it home there. Up stand number 2, and he's doing a good job putting the shots in, along with Elgin Roberts. So Billy Powell in for 2, Elgin Roberts in for 2. So they've seen what's been for them, so they just know they're going to get up there and clean them, and get them down the corridor as quickly and as tidy as they possibly can. So Ellis Jones finishing touches, and he'll be in for sheep number 2. Will Ellis Jones on stand number 1. Just follow Jamie Farmer. Jamie Farmer there on stand number 3. Finishing touches. He's out for sheep number 2. Anthony Vaspo 2. Ewan Davis out for 2. 2 right across the board there now, Nick.
Jamie Farmer brings number 2 out, but already stepping over on number 2 is Elgin Roberts and Billy Powell. Up the neck goes Ellis Jones there on number 2. Anthony Vasbo there, the young Norwegian, into the undermine. Great to see a contingent of these European taking part in this shearing competition. Elgin Roberts gets to the turn. Down and out the hind leg, though, goes Billy Powell. And he's in the pen for sheep number 3 already. He's having a cracking shear here. Sheep on the board. So these timekeepers know what's going on. Ellis Jones down and out that hind leg. These lambs look to be shearing really, really well here at the Corwen Shears 2024, ladies and gentlemen. Big undermine for Elgin Roberts. He's looking really comfortable there. Ewan Davis there brings number 3 to the party. Anthony Vasbo in the pen. He will pop now for lamb number 3. First front shoulder, and he is dropping down onto the long blows. But young Billy Powell there, look, into the undermine. He goes in the pen, runs Elgin Roberts. Keep the pen numbers turning, please, Dylan. I think he's on number 4, is he not? His clock says number 3. That's what we like to see. Right along the board now, Jamie Farmer is on the long blows. Anthony Van he has gone out in front. He will get to the turn. Where's Elgin Roberts? He is on the long blows. Ellis Jones down the hind leg. Out the hind leg he goes. And he will be in for number 3 or 4. We're not exactly sure. Meanwhile, Davis there breaks to number 4. And we have to continue for number 4. Elgin Roberts. 6. So where's the rest of the field and Anthony is up the net, Jim Farmer is up the net. Ewan Vegas is up the net, Alex Jones is up the net. Is that his last number one, second number 1? Alex Jones, 10 man. Is that 3 or 4? Thank you very much. I can't hang all the way to 4. I need to get confused. Long time. To the turn. Anthony Vasbo would love to take home this intermediate championship all the way to Norway, ladies and gentlemen. Love to make it into this big final later on this afternoon. Out the hind leg goes Jamie Farmer. Out the hind leg goes Anthony. Out goes Anthony with a big red stopper. Out will go Jamie Farmer and Ewan Davis. Just the finishing touches now for Ellis Jones, and out they go. That concludes our intermediate semi-finals here at the Corwen Shears. We will be moving right on with the senior shearing heat. So if you're entered in that senior competition, we haven't had the draw yet, but make sure you have got yourselves ready.
Junior finalists, The finalists are Stephen George, Ivan Thomas, Myra Grease, Diane Roberts, Jamie Farmer, and top qualifier is Rhys Davis, the Pant. So well done to them top 6. Rhys Davis, the Pant, Jamie Farmer, Diane Roberts, Myra Grease, Ivan Thomas, and Stephen George. The scores are up on the board. Morning, Eleanor.
Harvey Samuels, could you please come to the check-in desk? That's Harvey Samuels to the check-in desk, please.
So we're just waiting for the draw. We're just waiting for the draw of the senior shearing heats, and when we have that, we will get underway. So senior shearers, get yourselves ready. Okay, heat one, get yourselves ready. Gethin Williams, Hannah Rose, Sean Lewis, Hugh Williams, Craig Naylor, Owen Martin Jones, Lewis Gwillem, second heat, Lewis Gwillem, Barney Richardson, Stuart Hartley, Inga Lil Rosvat, Ollie Morgan, Michaela Howe. Heat three, Dowie Jones, Sean Davis, Chris Napthin, Jack Ellis, Thomas Jones, Lewis Jones. Next heat is Johan Jones, Sam Jones, David Roberts, Katie O'Sullivan, David Evans, Dion Hughes. The next heat is Artie McCarthy, Nick O'Wolfarth, Ewan Hughes, Quentin Matteo, Devon Evans, Tom Evsey. Next heat, Emlyn Jones, Alan Evans, Jack Samuel, Evan Tredowen, Elgin Roberts, Penry Metcalf. Last heat, Elgin Wilson, Thomas Glyn Davis, Odd Christian Harland, Luke Parkhouse, Harvey Samuel, Billy Powell. So let's have Gethin Williams, Hannah Rose, Sean Lewis, Hugh Williams, Craig Nader, Owen Martin Jones ready to come on, please.
Running games. Is the draw also? I'm not sure my name was with Dale Williams, who's
Well done, Dale. At least you were listening.
did you read my name? No.
Becca Jackson. Becca.
You know, it's warm in here. Polly did run. He's not coming.
Okay. We just got we can't connect to the internet. It was just a bit of a problem with the print. Heat number 5, which was missed out, was heat number 5 was Jack Hutchinson, Philip Christian, Dale Clwyd, Jimmy Johnston, Danielle Major, and Paddy Dunn. That was heat 5. So heat number 1, Gethin Williams, Hannah Rose, Sean Lewis, Hugh Williams, Craig Naylor, Owen Martin Jones. Get ready on the side of the stage, please. Judges to the boards, please. Judges to the boards. Let's have you for these senior heats. Andy Rankin, Gerald Evans, Mark Fox, Ridwin Price, Robbie McElhern, Reinhold Hughes, Hewell Jones floating out the back, Ewan Jenkins, Nicky Bynum, Tom Dunn. Oh, Sean Lewis, not in this one. Leave it off. Sean Lewis is not in this one. He's up in the opens.
Which heat am I in? Sorry. I was in heat 5. Which one?
Who are you?
I was.
Okay, let's have you up, boys. Gethin Williams, Owen Martin Jones to 6, Craig Naylor to 5, Hugh Williams to 4, Sean Lewis is not there because I think he's an open shearer. Anna Rose is to 2, Gethin Williams to 1. Let's have you up. So shearers will come up from stand number 1 and leave from stand 6, not meet in the middle. Nobody's listening. I bet you watch this now. Watch this. Watch this. Timekeeper's ready. Oh, they heard. They always hear that. There's nobody on. Sean's not there. He's an open shearer. They go 1, 2, 3. Can we have a pen man for Craig Naylor, please? Can somebody go into Craig Naylor's pen, please? Somebody jump up there, please. Huh? Nobody on 3. Thank you.
Thing.
I'm going to close. It's on this phone and I can't open it. So, Owen, looks like Owen Martin Jones is. How many sheep in the pen? 4 or 3. It's a difficult one. 1, 2, 3. Right, pen man, you only got one job. Make sure it's right. Oh, you want somebody in. Anna, have you got no friends? Can somebody come into he's coming there. I could say a few things, but I can't say it over this stream live. Some streaming live good. You got to be watch my language. Somebody in. Is he there? Okay. Get through the porthole. You know that. Can he not fit through the porthole? Or? Is somebody there? Thank God for that. Okay. Cheers to your doors. Senior Heat Part 1. Timekeepers ready. Judges ready. Competitors go. So you're underway. So we are not the printer. We got a bit of issues with the printer, so don't worry, George. You'll see your names in lights. Pen man, you've only got one job. You've only got one job. Click. One. Good man, Dale. Dale, you're in 5. Just let you know. So this is shearing 4 lambs in this senior heats, ladies and gentlemen. We're taking what I'll tell probably the top 12 through the semi-final, unless I hear different. So who's the first it's going to be? So look like Owen Martin Jones up there on stand number 6. He's already had a shear in the intermediates. He's now having a rip in to the seniors. He can open up his shoulders now because this is out of his class. So round the last front shoulder comes Owen Martin Jones on stand number 6 there. Lovely to see young Anna Rose there. Look at that beautiful style. She got lovely cruisy style. Doesn't look to be going past. She's filling that comb there on stand. And number 2, round the last front shoulder. Beautiful style there on that young lady on stand 2. Owen Martin Jones. He goes in for sheep number 2 on the board, followed by Craig Naylor for 2. Gethin Williams goes in for 2.
Hugh Williams brings number 2 to the board. Hannah Rose now will be in and out for number 2. She was here competing in that big speed shear here last night on the opening night of the Corwen Shears. But Owen Martin Jones is into that first front shoulder already. The young intermediate shearer just having a jam. Whereas Hugh Williams, he just strokes that undermine off. Looking really comfortable here on stand number 4, ladies and gentlemen. Gethin Williams there. Into that first front shoulder he goes. Craig Naylor is into the first front shoulder, but already Owen Martin Jones is around the last front shoulder. He'd love to make it into this big semi-final later on this afternoon. Up the neck goes Hannah Rose. Into that first front shoulder she goes. Gethin Williams is around the last front shoulder. Hugh Williams is around the last front shoulder. Craig Naylor is right there with him. But it's Owen Martin Jones is in the pen, we think, for sheep number 3. Keep the pen cards turning, boys. Press the buttons. Is he on 2 or 3? That's it. Thank you ever so much. In the pen will go Hugh Williams and Gethin Williams together. In they pop for sheep number 3. Craig Naylor is right there with him as well. Hannah Rose has had a bit of a spurt on now. She's down the last side and out the hind leg, and she'll be in for sheep number 3 there, Steve.
Sheep on the board. Oh, that's make sure they go down the portal, guys. Make sure they go down the portal. So we got Gethin Williams now sweeping in. Them long blows on stand number 1. And then we got Owen Martin Jones on stand number 6. Cleans off the cheek. But it looks like it's going to be Gethin Williams there on stand number 1. Down the last side of sheep number 3. 1 left in the pen. Owen Martin Jones. Up underneath that last front shoulder. Down the last side he comes. Gethin Williams goes in for sheep number 4. Is it Paddy? Well done, Paddy. So he goes in for sheep number 4. Anna Rose there. Beautiful shearing on there. Love the style of this young lady. Real cruisy. So every blow must be going in the right place. Every blow is filling that comb up. Sweeping and beautiful style there on this young lady. Real cruisy. Doesn't look to be going past, but she's covering the ground. Craig Naylor on 5 goes in for sheep number 3. But it looks like Hugh Williams could be putting the finishing touches. Has he got 1 left in the pen? He's got 1 left in the pen. I tell you what, these penmen are absolute shite at the moment. You better get your act together because you're making us look like fools. So Anna Rose goes in for her 4th and final sheep out on the board. Gethin Williams. Gethin Williams. He's about to hit the stopper by the looks of it. So Gethin, a flick around the tail. Out goes Gethin Williams on stand number 1. Where's Owen Martin Jones? He's coming round the last front shoulder is Owen Martin Jones. On stand number 6. Down the last side now, 6 or 7 big wide blows. He can open up his shoulders now. Looks to be doing a cracking job on that last side. The money side. So out goes Owen Martin Jones on stand 6. So that just leaves the rest of the field to catch up there, Nick.
Yeah, Craig Naylor now just heading for home down that last side on his fourth and final lamb. Down and out the hind leg he will come. Hugh Williams around that last front shoulder. A real tricky part of the sheep to shear. Out goes Craig Naylor there on stand number 5. Hugh Williams now down the last side. He comes. Hannah Rose sticking to her work there on stand number 2. She is around that last front shoulder and down the last side she will come. But Hugh Williams, one little flick around the tail and he will be hitting that big red stopper. Hit your button, Hugh. Hit the button. That's the way, young man. And Hannah Rose now, just the final touches. And push the button. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The first of our senior heats here at the Corwen Shears.
Okay, so we want Michaela to 6, Ollie Morgan 5, Inga to 4, Stuart Hartley 3, Barney Richardson to 2, Lewis Gwilym to 1, please. Lewis Gwilym on 1, Barney Richardson 2, Stuart Hartley 3, Inga Lil Rosvat to 4, Ollie Morgan to 5, Michaela Hall C2, stand 6. So Michaela part of the Wagga Wagga speed shear team.
1, 2, 2, 2.
1, 2, 2, 2, 2.
You're whistling while you're talking, Steve.
I lost a tooth. Okay, you got 30 seconds to oil up your hand pieces. And we'll get underway with heat 2 of this senior heats.
Realize the problem because he thinks his microphone is listening.
It's the gap in my tooth. Lewis Gwilym. Lewis. Lewis Gwilym. Is it Gwilym Lewis? Lewis Gwilym, is he here? Anybody know Lewis Gwilym or Gwilym Lewis? Okay.
Okay, so move back then.
Not here. He's on his way here. I thought they'd move into the heat.
Huh?
He's on his way here. He's.
Ah, okay.
Oh, I did.
He's here.
What's your matter?
He's just arrived.
Hurry up.
He's nicking Emlyn's moccasins. He's got his handpiece. Have you tightened it up?
Let's just hope that he wins some prize money today so he can buy a new alarm clock, ladies and gentlemen.
Right, the intermediate final. The unlucky next man in, Harvey Samuels.
Yeah, Lewis Gwilym is the closest man here to come to this event. You right, Lewis? What singlet you got on, Lewis?
It's one that fits him, so don't worry.
I hope it didn't come off on the live streaming. Lovely to see you, Lewis.
He's a wool harvest. He's a wool.
Lewis, we're glad you're able to fit in with our busy schedule. It's lovely.
He had to do his paper round before he came.
Don't know what he did. Okay. I just hope his handpiece and come and cut it don't fly off. Okay, shearers to your doors. Timekeepers ready, judges ready, competitors go. So Lewis out with sheep number 1. Penmen, the shearing number 1. We're on number 1. Lewis Gwilym. Lewis Gwilym on number 1. Hope he makes the semi-final. He might be on time. Barney Richardson We know what Barney's all around. He's having a cracking season, is Barney Richardson. Unlucky man, next man in at the Royal Welsh, but he'll put it right here, hopefully. Stuart Hartley, Ingalil Shosbard. She's a tremendous cool character. Norwegian stand number 4. So Barney Richardson now then. The first man in for sheep number 2. Jack Hutchinson will press the button. And the second one out there for Barney Richardson. The little Staffordshire Terrier there on stand number 2. Up the undermine for Barney. In goes Michaela. In goes Ollie Morgan. Lewis Gwilym already in and out with 2. So is Stuart Hartley. Stuart Hartley's pen man will press the button. Ian forgot that bit, but he's got sheep number 2 on the board. In goes Inga Lil Rosavatten from Norway for sheep number 2. But already then Barney Richardson, the little man there on stand number 2, has got to the turn. The Englishman spent some of that winter out in the Hawke's Bay, cheering up and doing a lot of sheep, and it's paying off because the little man from Staffordshire is turning and coming down and round that long side. Barney Richardson showing the rest of the field a clean pair of heels as he goes in and out for sheep number 3. Yeah, Barney Richardson comes out with sheep number 3, Lewis Gwilym. Lovely to see Lewis made a great effort to get here today. He's up there and cheering on stand number 1. He's in for 3. Barney Richardson from Staffordshire. Then he's in for sheep number 3. Stuart Hartley just putting the finishing touches. And Inga Lil Rosvat, the Norwegian lady. Another beautiful shearer, lovely cruisy style. Out the hind leg she goes, up underneath that hind leg. The hamstring and the flick around the tail. Run in for sheep number 4 onto the boards. And it's Ollie Morgan. Pen men, can you get these pen cards right, please? So Ollie Morgan, I'm sure he's going up the neck of 3. Barney Richardson coming down the last side of 3, and he'll be in for his 4th and final sheep onto the board by the looks of it. Barney Richardson goes in for sheep number 4. Where's Lewis Gwilym? Come on, Lewis. We want to see you because at least you'll make it in time for the semi-final. So come on, boy, pull your finger out. Let's get into that semi-final. Lewis Gwilym on stand number 1, already up the neck and into the first front shoulder on 4. Lewis Gwilym's got the belly wool coming off. Ollie Morgan is turned. I'm sure he's coming down the last side on sheep number 3. Michaela Hall. I'm sure she's coming down the last side of 3. Stuart Hartley round the hind leg on 3. Barney Richardson having a bit of a kick and a wriggle. He'll just settle that beautiful fast shearing Welsh lamb down. Barney Richardson then will just get to the turn. The little Staffordshire man. Round that shoulder comes Barney. Won the intermediate speech here last night. And would love to be in the final of the seniors after making it through from the semis. And Lewis Gwilym, it looks like he's got to hurry up. If he'd had a hurry up this morning, he'd have been on time. But he's down and round the hind leg. Barney Richardson round the top of the tail. Out goes Barney. And out will go Lewis Gwilym. He caught right back up. Says hit the button and out goes Lewis. So now then the shearer there on stand number 5. Ollie Morgan has got to the turn. Is he on the last sheep there? Ollie Morgan's penman will press the bloody button then. So Ollie Morgan has got to the turn. He's coming down round the last side. These penmen have got a little bit excited there on Ollie Morgan's pen now. He's on sheep number 4, not sheep number 5. So Ollie Morgan round that hind leg. Stuart Hartley has turned. He's coming down and round the last leg on 4. Inga Lil has got to the turn on sheep number 4. Michaela Hall puts the finishing touches, and Michaela Hall, the Royal Welsh Ladies Champion. No, sorry, she was in the final there. She goes out on stand number 6. And now Inga Lil Rosvatten from Norway, the Norwegian lady. We've seen her working her way through the grades. He's come through from the juniors, now in the seniors. And out goes Ingalil. Give them all a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, next heat. Shearers, leave from stand 6 and come on stand 1, okay? So you can leave from stand 6 and we'll get you on from stand number 1. We got to going all over the place at the moment. So I want Dowie Jones to 1, Sean Davis to 2, Chris Snapdean to 3, Jack Ellis 4, Thomas Jones 5, Lewis Jones to stand 6. Let's have you up. Dowie to 1, Sean 2, Chris 3, Jack to 4, Thomas to 5, Lewis Jones to 6. Let's have you up, boys. Shearers, let's have you up. So we have you up at stand number 1 and you leave at stand number 6. Hi ho. So a good lineup of shearers again.
Royal Welsh Senior Champion,
Yeah.
Fast Intermediate Champion, second in the juniors.
See if you can find
Shall I find it?
senior.
Eh? So they'll, yeah, I don't know.
I'm all right.
Coffee, please, Faith. Oh, just black, Sam.
Okay, pen men, make sure you turn in these pen cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's quite simple. Shear 1, and then they shear 2, then they shear 3, and then they do the 4. Okay, shearers to your doors, please. Jack Ellis, have you got a pen man in there? In the Yeah, okay. Okay, shearers to your doors. Timekeepers ready. Judges ready. Competitors go. So we got the senior winner of the Royal Welsh Show, Dowie Jones. Press the button 1. So we got the senior shearer, senior competitor winner of the Royal Welsh, Little Dowie Jones on stand number 1. He won the intermediates here the year before, and now he's a senior winner there, the big one of the Royal Welsh. But the first port of call of this young man is to get out of these heats and get into that semi-final. But he went well at the Royal Welsh. Sean Davis on 2, Chris Napton on 3, Jack Ellis on 4, Thomas Jones on 4, 5, and Lewis Jones on stand 6. They're shearing 4 lambs. So Sean Davis, he loves in there. He looks to be getting the blows in. Is Sean around the last front shoulder? He comes, cleans off down around that brisket. Yep, he's listening to me. Cleans the brisket off around underneath that front shoulder. And 6 or 7 big wide blows, and he's going to be whipping full of cord, and he'll be in for sheep number 2. But already a senior champion down there, the Royal Welsh, goes in for sheep number 2, Eon. Sean Davis goes in for 2. Lewis Jones putting the finishing touches on stand 6, and he'll be in for sheep number 2 along with Thomas Jones and Jack Ellis. Chris Snapton goes in for sheep number 2. Thomas Jones rips in for 2. Jack Ellis in for 2. But it's still the young man, Little Dowie Jones, on stand number 1. So Little Dowie Jones, he had a tremendous season as an intermediate. He's winning everywhere. He won up to the Royal Highland, that intermediate competition up there. And here he is winning at the Royal Welsh, the intermediate. And then now this year he's winning the senior. The Little Dowie Jones. He's coming out on the last side, doing a beautiful job on that second sheep. Out the hind leg he goes. right underneath the hamstring, and then a flick around the tail, and little Dowie Jones goes in for sheep number 3 onto the board. Oh, tremendous, Ian. Tremendous pen man there. He's in his on the ball. So in goes Sean Davis for sheep number 3.
Yeah, Sean Davis brings number 3 out. Chris Nepthine will be in for number 3. Where's Thomas Jones and Lewis Jones now? The two men on 5 and 6 around that last front shoulder they come. Keep the pen numbers right, boys, in the pens. Keep pressing the buttons. I'm sure they've shorn more than one sheep apiece. Up the net goes Sean Davis. Where's Dowie Jones now? He is rocking and a rolling into that first front shoulder. Chris Nepthine into that first front shoulder. Jack Ellis now just putting the finishing touches to number 2, and he will be in for number 3. Thomas Jones brings out number 3, I think, to the party. Lewis Jones has got number 3 out. Jack Ellis has got number 3 out. So that's number 3 right along the board. Young Sean Davis there having a cracking shear. He's just about caught up with Dowie Jones. Down and out the hind leg comes Dowie. Down and out the hind leg comes Chris Napthine. Into that undermine goes Thomas Jones, Lewis Jones, and Jack Ellis. But little Dowie Jones runs in and out the pen. Chris strolls in and out the pen. Sean Davis will be right there with him. Up the neck and into that first front shoulder goes Lewis Jones and Jack Ellis. It's a big field here today, ladies and gentlemen. We've got 8 heats in this senior competition, and we're cutting it down to the semi-final. They would love to make it later on today. Into that undermine goes Sean Davis. Up the neck, though, already is Dowie Jones. Where's Chris Nepthine now? The hard man there on stand number 3. A long blow time for Jack Ellis. Thomas Jones around the last front shoulder. Lewis Jones around the last front shoulder. Already it's the men on 1 and 2. Sean Davis chasing hard onto the long blows. He will drop. Dowie Jones is already on the long blows. He will get to the turn. Chris Nepthine is on lamb number 4 around the last front shoulder. He comes. Is he going to set the fastest time in this heat? Jack Ellis down the last side. He comes in, pops Thomas Jones and Lewis Jones together. Keep the pen numbers right. I think that's Thomas Jones's 4th sheep. We're not entirely sure. Out goes Chris on stand number 3. Where's Sean Davis and Dowie Jones? Out goes Sean, out goes Dowie.
Yes, so Dowie Jones, Sean Davis and Chris Nepthine have finished, and now the rest of the field are all on sheep number 4, I believe. Delante Newydd, is he on 3 or 4? Good boy, Delan. You'll get there eventually. And now we got Thomas Jones up the neck and into the front shoulder. Jack Ellis is up the neck and into that front shoulder. Lewis Jones is flat tack on the long blows, and he will get to the turn. Lewis Jones then coming down and round that last side. The other two are blown into that shoulder. Down to the long blows, they drop together. Thomas Jones swings that big long leg over on long blows. Jack Ellis has done the same. But now it's Lewis Jones round the top of the tail. And Lewis Jones has his time taken. So now we have Thomas Jones and Jack Ellis. Have we got a
Jack Ellis now down around that last front shoulder. Thomas Jones, the finishing touches going in for the young fella there on stand number 5. Out goes Thomas Jones. Out goes Jack Ellis. That's another heat of this senior championship here at the Corwen Shears.
Lee from stand 6, boys. Lee from stand 6. Next up, Owen Jones to 1, Sam Jones 2, David Roberts 3, Katie O'Sullivan 4, David Evans to 5, Dion Hughes to stand 6,
1,
please.
2.
Let's have you up. Up on the boards. Come on. Next heat, we need you ready on the left-hand side of the stage to come up. We got to keep the kettle boiling. Owen Jones. Sam Jones. David Roberts. Katie O'Sullivan. David Evans. Dion Hughes. Sam P. Jones. Pardon? They have? Okay. David Hilvac. Tink Hilvac to check in, please. David, check in, please. So again, lovely to see the young ladies in amongst them. Okay, so you got 30 seconds to oil up your handpiece and we'll get underway. Can we have somebody in Katie O'Sullivan's back pen, please? Somebody coming into the Katie's. Thank you, Becca. David Roberts. Okay, are we ready? All happy? No. Where's he going? Good boy. Okay. Cheers to your doors. Timekeepers ready. Judges ready. Competitors go. So Owen Jones once. Penman. Philip Price. Dennis. So Dennis is looking, keeping an eye on his wife there. So we got a cracking lineup. David Roberts. Dav Roberts on stand 3 was second at the Royal Welsh. He'll want to make it one better and see if he can come first at this. But he's got to get out of these heats first to see if he can get into that semi-final. So it's Sam P. Jones from Corwen on stand number 2 there. Long blow time way across the field. Katie O'Sullivan, tremendous wall handler. And now she's up there shearing there. Dennis in the pen there watching on. Keeping her all under control. They're ripping into these seat now, already on the turn. David Roberts came second up there on that big senior competition up there, the Royal Welsh. But he's got to get out, and Dav Robs down the last side, along with Sam P. Jones on stand number 2. Who's going to be the first? Or is it going to be Dion Hughes on stand number 6? But it's Sam P. Jones in for 2. David Roberts in for 2. Dion Hughes in for 2. Owen Jones in for 2. David Evans. Katie O'Sullivan goes in for second. Sheeper on the board along with Dav. We got 2 right along the board now, Nick.
Yeah, Sam Jones there, the local man, just firing in the big undermine shots. Dion Hughes right there with him. Up the neck goes David Roberts now. This is a big competition here. We got 8 heats in this senior competition. Oh, these boys and girls know that they've really got to do the business to make the semi-final later on today. Dion Hughes there on stand number 6, sponsored by Bro Cream. Look, ladies and gentlemen, he hasn't got a hair out of place. Sam Jones is flat tack on the long blow. David Roberts is flat tack on the long blow. Sam's had a cracking season this year in this senior competitions. He's been over the rest of the UK supporting all our shows in England, and we really thank him for travelling around and about the place. It's been great to see some of these young shearers jumping in the car and supporting some shows out of their area. Sam Jones now coming down that last side. Out the hind leg. David Roberts has already been there and done that. Oh, one more little flick around the tail and he will be in the pen. David Evans down the last side. Katie O'Sullivan's had a bit of a spurt on now. And she will be in the pen for number 3. Oh, where's the rest of the field? Dion Hughes will be right there. In goes Sam Jones and Ian Jones on stand number 1 there, Hugh.
Yeah, so now they're all on sheep number 3 on stands 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. David Evans about to go in for sheep number 3 as well. So everybody shearing nice and friendly. Up the neck is Sam Jones, David Roberts, Katie O'Sullivan. Yohan Jones's pen man needs to get that pen card pressed. Good man there on stand number 1. So now they rock and roll around the shoulder, dropping down into the long blows. Sam Jones, the mullet meister on stand number 2, has got to the turn. David Roberts will get to the turn. The second prize down here at the Royal Welsh. He'd love to go one better here at his local show. And David Roberts has got to the turn. Sam Jones is underneath the front leg. Katie O'Sullivan is turning for home as well, round that shoulder. Yohan Jones is around the shoulder. Dion Hughes has turned, but it's going to be Sam Jones. The Corwen man is the first to go in for his 4th and final. In goes Katie. In goes David Roberts. Dion Hughes, the man from down there in Newquay, West Wales, is coming around that hind leg as Yohan just runs into the pen a blow in front of him. But it's Sam Jones now up the neck and into that first front shoulder. David Roberts is up the neck. Katie O'Sullivan is up the undermine. Dion Hughes is out with 4. David Evans is out with 4. David Evans' pen man is switched on. He's pressed that 4th button. Yohan Jones's pen man will remember in a minute. He's got 4 out on the board. But it's Sam Jones now. He's opened those big, powerful shoulders. And Sam Jones is coming down and round that last side and down and round the hind leg. Will go Sam with his next blow. The local man then from the big shearing family. Round the top of the tail. And out goes Sam Jones there on stand number 4, Steve.
Yeah, Sam Jones there. Out goes David Roberts. Out goes Katie O'Sullivan. Well on, Katie. Great to see. And away are we going. Yohan Jones on stand number 1 is going to be the next, I think. Out the hind leg he goes. Is Yohan Jones on stand number 1. David Evans. Dion Hughes there. Out goes Yohan Jones on 1. And out goes Dion Hughes on stand 6. And David Evans putting the finishing touches. And out go Will Dav. Look to be done a good job on that one. Out it goes. Give a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes heat number 4. They lead from stand 6 and we'll get underway. Jack Hutchinson to 1, Philip Christian 2, Deo Cluid to 3, Jimmy Johnston 4, Danielle Major to 5, and Paddy Dunn to stand number 6, please. Yeah, no worries. Oh. So let's have you up, guys and girls. Jack Hutchinson to 1, Philip Christian to 2, Dale Cluid to 3, Jimmy Johnson to 4, Danielle Major, our ladies champion at the Royal Welsh. And then we got Paddy Dunn in the Republic of Ireland, man. Paddy Dunn. We've seen him on YouTube. Lovely to see Paddy Dunn. Deo. Where's Deo? Penman. Deo, you there? I think it's Dale Williams from Clwyd. We want to pen somebody in Danielle's back pen, please. That young man, he's good. That lad, he's good. Okay, we all ready to go? Deo, you ready to go? Deo, Deo, he not ready to go. Is Deo. You right, Deo? Okay. Cheers to your doors. Timekeepers ready. Judges ready. Competitors go. Here we are underway. Jack Hutchinson to 1. Philip Christian to 2. Dale Chloe 3. Jimmy Johnston 4. 10 men. He wanted somebody. Jimmy Johnson wants somebody to take the sheep in the hole, please. Go round the back quick. Gutto's there. Gutto's there. So we got the female ladies champion down there, the Royal Welsh, Danielle Major. Beautiful. Shearer done well to win that competition. He was up against one of the best ladies competitions we've had at the Royal Welsh. We had world record holders, we had French record holders, and then with tremendous British record holders, and what a final we had. And Danielle Major, she was the one that come out on top. She'd love to get into this senior semi-final here on stand in the Corwen Shears. So in goes Jack Hutchinson, goes in for sheep number 2. Jack Hutchinson goes in for 2. Where's the rest of the field? Dale Williams there on stand number 3. He's going to be the next one to go. Or is it Paddy Dunn, the Irishman there on stand 2? In goes Dale for 2. It's the Paddy Dunn. He's had a few seasons out in New Zealand, and this boy can go now on stand number 6 when he opens up his little Paddy Dunn. Danielle Major goes in for 2. That just leaves Jimmy Johnson there. Flick around the tail, and Jimmy Johnson from New Zealand will go in for 2. 2 right away across the board now, Nick.
Yeah, Philip Christian there into the undermine. The man from the Isle of Man, Jack Hutchinson, though, out in front. He's flat tack on the long blows. Been having a cracking season around and about the countryside this year, ladies and gentlemen, in that big senior grade. This is probably the last year he'll be in the seniors around that last front shoulder. Comes the Freddie Mercury wannabe there on stand number 1. Long blow time for Dio Cloyd. The Jimmy Johnson there. Up the neck and into that first front shoulder. But Danielle Mager is flat tack on the long blows. Where's Paddy Dunn now? He gets to the turn. But in and out pops Jack Hutchinson. He is a man on a mission there on stand number 1. Would love to make this big senior semi-final at the Corwen Shears later on this afternoon. Philip Christian now down the out the hind leg he comes. Deo Cloyd down and out the hind leg he will come. Danielle is coming down the last side. Paddy Dunn is coming down the last side, but already the little speed demon Jack Hutchinson is a rocking and a rolling. He's had a few big seasons out in New Zealand, ladies and gentlemen, and it has really paid off for the young fella on stand number 1. Up the neck goes Philip Christensen. Where's the rest of the field? Jimmy Johnson now out the hind leg. He goes, and he will be in for number 3. Paddy is up the neck there on sheep number 3. I think keep the pen numbers right, pen men. I think Paddy Dunn is on number 3. That's the way. Up the neck goes Danielle Mager now on stand number 5. Just look at this young lady go. Beautifully clean shorn. But it's still the speed demon Jack Hutchinson there on stand number 1. He will be in the pen for his 4th and final lamb. Just loving shearing these little lambs at the Corwin show. Is the little man there on stand number 1. Philip Christian now just settles his down. All the way from the Isle of Man there, ladies and gentlemen. Come over here just to support the Corwin Shears. In the pen he goes for number 4. He just pops her away. Where is Theo Cloyd now? Around that last front shoulder he comes. Jimmy Johnson's right there with him. Danielle is down the last side. In pops Paddy Dunn there, Steve.
Yeah, but it's yeah, good heat this well, Daniel just pops it. Daniel Major, she goes in for sheep number 4. Dale Williams, so Dale Chloe goes in for 4 is Dale. but it's Jack Hutchinson. Long blow time for Jack. Jimmy Johnson goes in for his fourth and final sheep onto the board. That's Philip Christian, the Isle of Man. He's on for a long blow time. But it's the Jack Hutchinson there on stand number one there now. Down the last side he comes. Out the hind leg he goes, and he'll be reaping for that stopper. And his time will be taken. Don't break it, gentlemen. Don't break it, Jack. So out goes Jack on stand number one. So Philip Christian, 3. So Philip Christian now. Down the last side comes Philip Christian, the Isle of Man. Down and out the hind leg he goes. Where's Paddy Dunn? Paddy Dunn, the Irishman there. Down on stand number 6. He's out the hind leg, but it's going to be out goes Philip Christian on stand number 2. Where's the young lady? Danielle Major from the ladies champion down there at the Royal Welsh. Out goes Jimmy Johnson there on stand number 4. Dale is just finishing touches, and out will go Dale on stand number 3. And that just leaves Danielle. That was beautiful. Out goes Danielle. Give him a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes heat number 5. We will move on to heat number 6. Hardy McCarty to 1. Nico Wolfarth to 2. Ewan Hughes to 3. Quinton Matteo to 4. Devon Evans to 5. And Tom Evsey to stand number 6. Let's have you up, boys. Artie McCarty 1. Nico to 2. Ewan 3. Quinton 4. Devon to 5. Tom Evsey to 6. So they got 30 seconds to oil up the ham pieces. I never understand why they oil them up where they're about to shear. So there we are. How quick are they judging out the bus, John? How quick are they judging? Okay, shearers to your doors, please. Shearers to your doors. Timekeepers ready. Judges ready. Competitors go. So here we are underway with heat number 6. Heat number 6. Artie McCarty on 1. Nico Wolfharth on 2. Ewan Hughes 3. Quinton Matteo, the Frenchman, on 4. Devon Evans on 5. And Tom Evsey on 6. So we got Devon Evans. He made that senior final. He'd love to make it. He was 5th down there at the Royal Welsh. He'd love to get into this and go about 4 places, 5 places better and win this big one up here in the Corwen Shears final. But he's got about 10 men. 10 men. You're shearing number 1. 10 men on stand 4, the Frenchman. You're on 1. Tom Evsey's pen man. You're on 1 sheep. Went on. Un. Tell him to put the clock. So we got penmen with shearing number 1. Well done, Andrew. Well done, Andy. He's on 1. She's 1. And then they shear 2. And then they shear 3. And then they shear 4. So Tom Emsey goes in for 2. Devon Evans, Royal Welsh senior finalist on stand 5, goes in for 2. Ewan Hughes goes in for 2. Where's Nico? Quentin, the Frenchman, goes in for 2. Hardy McCarty, Nico not happy with his handpiece. He goes in for two. Artie McCarty goes in for two. Two right away across the board, Nick.
Yeah, but it's the man Tom FG down there. All the way from East Sussex, I think. He's out in front, up into that first front shoulder. They call him the Turkish barber at home. He's just real pleased to be up here in this Corwen Shears senior competition. Nico Wolfgar all the way from Germany there, I think, into that undermine he goes. Quentin now up the neck. The Frenchman into that first front shoulder he goes. David Evans is rocking and a rolling into the long blows, but it's the Turkish barber. Or some might even say he's a Turkish delight. We're not exactly sure, but out the hind leg goes Tom FG. Where's Artie McCarthy now? Had a real good season travelling across the border, competing at a lot of our shows over there in England. We just love to see these young fellas travelling and supporting shows out of their area. Long blow time now for Nico. Iwan Hughes just put in the finishing touches to number 2, and he will be in for number 3, but it's the Turkish barber up there on stand, number 6. Around the back of the head, had a cracking season out in New Zealand last year, ladies and gentlemen. Sure, a lot of sheep on the North and the South Island. Long blow time for Tom FG. Divan Evans there. And Quentin bring number 3 to the party. Oh, where's Nico? He will be in and out for number 3 with Artie McCarthy there, Steve.
There's some good lineup in these senior shearers. So Artie comes out with 3. Nico comes out with 3. Ewan's out with 3. Quentin Matthew along the first front shoulder. Devon Evans in for number 3. But it's Tom Evsey. If that clock is right, he's going in for sheep number 4. I have not a clue. Tom Evsey there on stand, number 5 in for sheep number 4. He's the man out in front. He's putting the old blows in. In the shots go. A little small undermine there. Up the neck he goes. Looks to be going well there. It could be a Turkish delight there. And it's going to be a delight if he gets in to that semi-final, but he'll want to get into that final. So it's Tom Evsey. Look at him putting the blows in. He is whipping them in. The shots are going in. And down round the last front shoulder goes. Whoa, beautiful. This boy can shear on stand number 5, 6, I mean. Down the last side he comes. Devon Evans goes in for sheep number 4. But it's the young man, Tom Evsey, on stand number 6. He's going to be hitting his stopper. And out he goes. Give him a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. That's a good shear on stand. Number 6 there. Wow, he went for it. Artie McCarty goes in for 4. Nick Wolfharth goes in for 4. So that's a good shear from Tom Evsey. Looks like the best time of the day on stand. Number 6. That leaves the rest of the field. Nearly put a sheep around the rest of the field. Let's go in some in shearing just 4 lambs. So he means business out there on stand number 6. But they're all shearing blow for blow here on stands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 there. Devon Evans on the turn. Around the last front shoulder goes Devon Evans. Underneath the last front shoulder, and he'll be 6 to 7 big wide blows. Nico there. Beautiful shearers, Nico. Cruisy style. Ewan Hughes put in the blows. Turns to come down the last side. Nico Wolfhard. Down the last side comes Nico. 6 to 7 big wide blows. Out goes Devon Evans on stand, number 5. Nico with 2 blows and a flick around the tail. And he'll be reaching for the stopper as well. Out he goes. Will it be enough to get him into that semi-final? Only the judges will tell. Artie McCarty loves the shearing game, does Artie. Out goes Ewan Hughes on stand, number 3. Quentin Mateo, the Frenchman. He's just putting the finishing touches. Good on the boards there, but look at Artie McCarty's board marks. It's a good board mark on there. Out goes Quinta Mateo. Give him a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes stand 8, number 6. Moving on to 7 now. Leave from the stand number 6, please. Emlyn Jones to 1, Alan Evans to 2, Jack Samuel 3, Ivan Trudeau into 4, Elgin Roberts to 5, and Penry Metcalf to stand number 6. You're on stand 1, Emblyn.
I 333.
Open heats are up in the changing rooms. Open heats, if you want to see where you are, the heats are up in the changing room. Okay, looks like we're all oiled up and ready to roll. Okay, cheers to your doors, please. Cheers to your doors. Timekeepers ready, judges ready, competitors go. Here we are underway with heat number 7. We got Emlyn Jones, we got Alan Evans. Alan made the final of the seniors up there at the Royal Welsh. And then we got Jack Samuel, another one that did a lot of traveling, his little Jack Samuel up there, landing the country. And then we got Ivan Tredowen. He did that 24-hour shearathon, shore over 1,000 sheep. Did Ivan Tredowen on that, raising funds for charity. So, but he's only got a shear 5 here today. Then we got Elgin Roberts. Tremendous competitor is Elgin Roberts there on stand number 5. And then we got Penry Metcalf on 6. Who's going to be the first to put this sheep down the polo? Elgin Roberts, round the last front shoulder. Or is it going to be Jack Samuel? No, it looks like it's going to be Penry Metcalf out there on stand. Number 6, out the hind leg he goes. Oh, they're doing a grand job on these lambs, Fairdos. And he goes in for sheep number 2, Nick.
Yeah, it comes Penry Metcalf. In goes Elgin Roberts, who's the closest to him. Ivan there on stand number 4. He's looking really fit and pumped after the back of that 24-hour shearathon, ladies and gentlemen. And a credit to the young fella, Alan Evans pops in, Emlyn Jones pops in, and Jack Samuels. So there's number 2 out right along the board. Elgin Roberts now just stroking in those big undermine blows, but already Penry Metcalf out there on number 6 is into that first front shoulder there. Ivan is up the neck. Jack Samuels is into that undermine. Alan and Emlyn are into the undermine. Beautiful shearing right along the board here. But there's 8 heats in this big senior competition, ladies and gentlemen. And we're only taking the top 12, I think. So these boys know what they've got to do to try and make the semi-final later on this afternoon. Penry Metcalf now under that last front shoulder. Elgin Roberts under the last front shoulder. Alan Evans is flat tack on the long blows. Emlyn Jones, oh shabby they call him out there on stand number 1, is around the last front shoulder. But in pops Penry Metcalf, in pops Elgin Roberts. Where's old shabby now? Down and out the hind leg comes Emlyn. Ivan now down and out the hind leg. He will come. Jack Samuels and Alan Evans right there with him. In strolls Emlyn Jones, the real cool, calm customer on stand number 1. Penry Metcalf now into that first front shoulder. Elgin Roberts chasing hard. He's into that first front shoulder. Beautiful shearing for these young fellas. Long blow time now for Penry. Long blow time now for Elgin. Ivan is into that undermine. Big shots going in for him. Jack Samuels hops and skips into the pen. Elgin Jones, Emlyn Jones there is a rocking and a rolling into the first front shoulder. But Elgin Roberts and Penry Metcalf, they're having a right little battle up here on stand number 5 and stand number 6. The hind leg goes Penry Metcalf. Out the hind leg goes Elgin Roberts. And in they pop for number 4, Hugh.
Yeah, so Penry goes in before, Elgan goes in before, Ivan Tridwin. He's on the long blows of 3, I believe. 1 left in the pen for Ivan. Is he on 3 or 4 there, Elvet? He's on 3, so now he's coming down that last side. Emlyn Jones has got 4 out on the board as well. I think Delanty now with his It's a good job I know what you're doing because you haven't got a clue. And now Alan Evans, don't you laugh because you haven't pressed your bloody button at all. So Alan Evans is coming down and round that last side on sheet number 3, but it's still the men there on stands 5 and 6 on the long blows. Elgan Roberts, big swinging blow going in there from Elgan Roberts. On stand and number 5, I think he won the intermediates down there at the Royal Welsh. Elgan Roberts, he's turned for home. He's coming down the last side, but already been there, done that. Is Penry Metcalf, and out goes Penry Metcalf up there on stand number 6. He has his time taken. Out goes Elgan Roberts, Emlyn Jones. Jack Samuel goes in and out for sheep number 4 as well. Harvey Samuel, press that button. Alan Evans in is on the long blows of 4. Ivan Tridwin was next into that senior final down there at the Royal Welsh. He would love to make the final here today. He's coming down and round that hind leg. Alan Evans was 4th in the seniors at the Royal Welsh. He'd love to make the final again. Out goes Ivan Tridwin on stand number 4. Out goes Alan Evans on stand number 2. And now Jack Samuel from down there in Radnorshire, I think, is on the long blows. He's got the Gethin Lewis hairstyle there on stand number 3. He's cleaning off the cheek. And now Jack Samuel is coming down and round this last side. Underneath the front leg, he'll go with this next blow. He'll lift that skin tight. And now Jack Samuel now is working that handpiece down and round that hind leg. Beautiful big sweeping blows going in there. And out goes Jack Samuel. So that's another heat of these senior shearers done and dusted. The last heat now then coming up. Elgan Wilson, Thomas Glyn Davis, Odd Christian Halland, Luke Parkhouse, Harvey Samuel and Billy Powell. Right, so the last heat of the seniors up and ready to rock and roll. Elgan Wilson on 1, Thomas Glyn Davis on 2, Odd Christian Halland from Norway on 3, Luke Parkhouse on 4, Harvey Samuel on 5, and Billy Powell, the intermediate shearer, up there on stand number 6. So we're getting ready now then. Okay then, shearers, on your doors. I believe we're ready to start with this, the last heat of the seniors. And we got the button presses ready to go. Okay then, this is the last heat of this senior qualifying rounds. Shearers, on your doors. Timekeepers ready. Judges ready. Shearers, go. So the clock has started ticking away. Elgin Wilson from down in South Wales there on stand number 1. She has a little bit of a kick and a wriggle there. Thomas Glyn Davis flicks the belly well out on stand number 2. Odd Christian Halland from Norway. They're on stand number 3. He's throwing up the neck. Luke Parkhouse, the Wagga Wagga senior champion, up there on stand number 4. He's up the neck and into the front shoulder. Avi Samuels up the neck and into the front shoulder. And Billy Powell is throwing caution to the wind. He's already stepped and turned. He comes off the long blows and down the last side. Comes the intermediate shearer there on stand number 6 from down there in the Yearwood country. He's around that hind leg, and Billy Powell is going for a little bit of speed. Round the top of the tail, and Billy Powell leads the rest of this senior field in and out to the door. Elgin Wilson is turning. He's coming down the last side on 1. Thomas Glyn Davis is down the last side. Odd Christian is into the pen for 2. In goes Luke Parkhouse for 2. Delante Newydd has remembered the button this time. Elgin Wilson's going in for 2. Thomas Glyn Davis is in for 2. But already Billy Powell, the intermediate shearer, down there on stand number 6, is rocking and rolling down into those long blows. Billy Powell then, the intermediate, having a rasp up here in the seniors. He's getting to the turn. He's coming down that last side. Big sweeping blows going in for the Yearwood man. As he's coming around that shoulder and down the last side is Billy Powell. Odd Christian Halland is turning for home. Billy Powell's had a bit of a kick and a wriggle. But the Breckenshire man has just settled that sheep around the top of the tail. And Billy Powell will go in for 3 there, Nick.
Yeah, in goes the man out on stand number 6. Where's the rest of the field? Odd Halland now just pops in and out for number 3. Thomas just down the last side. He will come. Elgin Wilson just get into the turn. Luke Pinky Parkhouse down the last side and out the hind leg. The man from mid-Devon there, Harvey Samuels, down the last side he comes, but already the little speed demon up there on stand number 6. Billy Powell is into the long blows of number 3 already. Out comes Luke Parkhouse. He brings number 3 out onto the board. The neck, though, is Odd Halland, our Norwegian contender there on stand number 3. Great to see these people travelling all the way from Europe to compete here, but Billy Powell is still the man out in front there on stand number 6, ladies and gentlemen. He's having a cracking shear in this big senior competition. Would love to make it into that semi-final. Harvey Samuel, just a beautiful big blow up the backbone. He goes there up the undermine. Elgin Wilson now just settles her down. She just got out of position. But don't worry about that, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are professionals. They know exactly how to calm these animals down. Billy Powell brings number 4 to the party. Luke Parkhouse now, he'll hit the cheek and get to the turn. Odd Halland will be in the pen for his 4th and final lap. Thomas Davis around the last front shoulder. Luke Parkhouse is around the last front shoulder. Harvey Samuels will be around the last front shoulder. And they will be going in for their 4th and final lap. But already Billy Powell there is into the long blows of sheep number 4. He's having a blistering shear out there on stand number 6. Luke Parkhouse into the belly. Odd Halland is already up the neck. Out comes Thomas Glyn Davis there. Where's Elgin Wilson now? Around that last front shoulder he comes. Is keep the pen numbers right. In pops Harvey Samuel. That could be for his 4th lamb, not his 3rd. We're not entirely sure because his pen man's doing a crap job. Up the neck and into that first front shoulder goes Luke Parkhouse. But out goes Billy Powell down there on stand number 6, ladies and gentlemen. He's had a cracking shear there, Steve.
Billy has made the intermediate final, so he'd love to hope that's enough to get him into the semi-final. So Billy Powell, he's been on a elite course. Odd Haaland, the Norwegian, and he's out. Butchers the button. Where's that left? Luke Parkhouse there on stand number 4. Luke Parkhouse having a good season is Luke Parkhouse. Down the last side goes Luke there on stand number 4. Out the hind leg he goes. And up underneath that hamstring and a flick around the tail. And out goes Luke Parkhouse on stand number 4. That just leaves Harvey Samuel up there, Landrinded Country. And Thomas Glyn Davis. Thomas there, up underneath that hind leg and a flick around the tail. And he'll go out and hit his stopper, and his time will be taken on stand number 2, Thomas, along with Harvey Samuel on stand number 5. So that just leaves Elgin Wilson on stand number 1. Put in a finishing touches is Elgin, and he'll hit the stopper. Out they go. Give him a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. I think that concludes the senior heats. I don't know what we're doing now. Are we moving straight on? Somebody will tell us. Are we going on to the open heats? Where I think we'll take the top 18 through from the open, and we'll take the top 12 through to the Welsh. The top 18 through from to the open, and the top 12 through the Welsh. Looks like Adam's ready to go. He's wanting to go. Adam, are you ready to go? I don't know. I don't know. It's one of the twins. 10 minutes.
Yeah, they did.
Two weeks the open. They're just there's four now, not. They'll probably make the change it, just so you know the mic.
Yeah, okay. 10 minutes. 10 minutes and we'll be underway with the open heats. And we're taking the top 18 through for the open semi-final, and we'll take the top 12 through for the Welsh. Okay. There are 10 heats. The last 9 and 10 will be a 4 and a 4. The draw is in the changing room. One, two.
Okay, could I ask all open shearers, could you go and check the list in the changing room to make sure that your name is down? Otherwise, you might not be in. So just open shearers, everybody go and check that your name is on that list in the changing room. Otherwise, we won't be having you cheering because we are tight on lambs. So all open shearers, go and check the list of names. So I've now passed the buck to you, and if your name's not down, it's your own fault. senior semi-finalists. The top qualifier into the senior semi-final. The top qualifier, Sean Davis, David Roberts, Sam Jones, Tom Evchie, Dale Cloyd, Owen Martin Jones, Johan Jones, Danielle Moger, Thomas Glyn Davis, Elgan Roberts, Dewi Jones, and the lucky last in Inga Lil Rosvatn from Norway. The unlucky next in Henry Metcalf. So Sean Davis, David Roberts, Sam Jones, Tom Evchie, Dale Cloyd, Owen Martin Jones, Johan Jones, Danielle Moger, Thomas Glyn Davis, Elgan Roberts, Dewi Jones, and Inga Lil Rosvatn will be our senior semi-finalists. Right, the sheep are in the pen, so we are ready to rumble. Sheep are in the pen, so we'll be starting in 5 minutes. We got to keep the kettle boiling, as Tom Evans used to say. So if the shearers in the open could be ready to go, we will be starting in 5 minutes' time.
get going, girls? You get going? He's gonna have a nice lunch, otherwise. Okay, we shall get going. We can have the judges for the open heats. Competitors, if you can get yourself ready. Trent, Hughes, David Davis, Blake, Sasha, Adam Berry, Alan Lloyd Jones. I see Blake and Trent are in the same heat again.
And world record holders.
And world record holders. Lucky we got Sasha Bond, the world record holder, 458 lambs, ewes, and 720 lambs.
Yep.
Adam Berry, he's an England team member. What a lineup! In just Alan Lloyd Jones, 743 lambs the other day. Ewes. You and boy, they were clean, Alan. Weren't they clean, son?
Washed them.
So can we have the judges on the boards, please, for this open heat? We'll have Trent. How do you pronounce that? Hughes. Trent Hughes to 1, David Davis to 2, Blake Hughes to 3, Sasha Bond to 4, Adam Berry to 5, Alan Lloyd Jones to stand number 6. How many lambs are in the pen, boys? 5 lambs in the pen. Penmen, only got one job. As soon as your shearer starts, you click number 1. You click number 1. There is no lifting. You will be penalised. And shearers, you must put that sheep's head down the porthole, not grabbed by the porthole man. So we're taking the top 18 through for the Open and the top 12 Welshman through to the Open, to the Welsh semi-final. Good, are we ready to go? Just till I ask him, your man, he knows. I don't know if so. You just ask a busy man. That's like just ask a busy man, and he's busy. Okay, cheers to your doors. What do you want, Adam? Somebody in his guests come in.
The only one that can fit.
I was going to say he's the only one that can fit through that hole. To be honest with you. Okay, ready to go. Shearing 5 lambs. Cheers to your doors. Timekeepers ready. Judges ready. Competitors. So again, a lovely lineup. Trent and Blake. We got David Davis from Carmarthen there. Dav now up in the opens. Fairly cracking here. He's doing a tremendous job. We got Sasha Bond, that world record holder, ladies world record holder, 458 ewes and 720 lambs. That is going some for that young lady. We got Adam Berry, the team member, England team member, and we know all about Adam Berry. And we got Alan Lloyd Jones, sure, 743 ewes the other day. He's a former world champion. His quality, he's a fencing man, but he's come back to do a bit of shearing. So who's going to be the first to pull her down the photo? The Hughes brothers on stand number 1 and 3. Looks like they're shearing together, but is down there now, or is it going to be Adam Berry on it? Blake Hughes goes in for 2 Hughes.
Yeah, so Blake Hughes, Trent Hughes, 2 world record holders from New Zealand on stands 1 and 3. David Davis, a young man from down there, Aberystwyth country, on stand number 2 is coming down the last side. The Ginger Ninja. In goes Sasha Bond, the double women's world record holder. She's got sheep number 2 out on the board. Adam Berry has got 2 out on the board. Thank you, Richard. He's got the 2 out. Trent Hughes is pen man. Press the button. Press it again. Good man. We'll educate you. Don't you worry about that. Long blow time there on stand number 1. Blake Hughes already turning for home. Trent Hughes has turned for home. The 2 Hughes boys, the world record holders. 2 brothers are having a bit of a ding dong. In goes Blake. In will go Trent. Adam Berry, the former English champion, English team member, he's turning for home. But it's all about the Hughes boys, and they go in and out for sheep number 3. Trent Hughes is pen man. Trent Hughes is pen man. What have you got to do? He said, oh shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So it's the Kiwi boys up here on stand 1 and 3, ladies and gentlemen, at the moment. David Davis, the James Inver, he hits the cheek, and down the last side he'll come. Goes Colin Lloyd Jones. The big man there on stand number 6, Adam Berry is in. He's in for sheep number 3, but already Blake Hughes turns for home, and down the last side of number 3, he's got 2 left in the pen. Sasha Bond is coming down the last side of 2. In goes David Davis. He's in for sheep and number 3. But already, Blake Hughes, he pops in for sheep number 4. Trent Hughes on stand 1 is pushing hard as well, but already into the hind leg goes Blake Hughes. David Davis on the front shoulder of 3. But it's all about the Trent boys at the moment. Hughes boys on 1 and 3 as Trent goes in for sheep and number 4, Steve.
Blake Hughes there now, whipping in them long blows, firing them shots. Look at him go, swinging, beautiful style. Around the last front shoulder he goes, cleans off the brisket. He's meaning business, is on the sweepstake. Blake down Hughes, down and out the hind leg he goes, filling that comb up, right out the sock he goes. And Blake Hughes goes in for sheep number 5. Trent Hughes on the long blows to 4. David Davis, Kelly Waller 4. Sasha Bond coming down the last side of sheep number 3. Adam Berry up the neck of 4. Alan Lloyd Jones up the neck of 4. There into the first front shoulder they go. Sasha Bond, the double world record, ladies world record holder. Sasha Bond there into the belly of 4. But already it's Blake Hughes. He's going to put a sheep around the rest of the field if they don't get a hurry up on the stand. Number 3, Blake Hughes, cleans off the front shoulder down. He's going to have the speed shares on this one. His brother Trent there just put in the finishing touches. And he goes in for sheep number 5 onto the board. He goes into number sheep number, yes, good boy, number 5, Willem. You're getting this, taking your 5 sheep. Goes for Blake there on stand number 3. So Dav Davis, good job on that one. Dav Davis goes in for sheep number 5. Alan Lloyd Jones goes in for 5. Adam Berry, tremendous competitor. Adam Berry goes in for 5. Sasha Bond, long blows of 4. That double ladies world record holder, Sasha Bond. Look at Alan Lloyd Jones, 743 U's the other day. Doing a tremendous job up there. O's on stand number 6.
Yeah. On to the front shoulder goes Alan Lloyd Jones. But it's Trent Hughes, whose time will be taken next. Up there on stand number 1. Around the hind leg he comes. He presses the button and out he goes. Sasha Bond goes in for sheep number 5. David Davis, finishing touches the 5. Out he goes, ladies and gentlemen. So Ali Lloyd Jones up there on stand number 6. Around the hind leg. A former Welsh team member as well out there in France in 2018. Out goes Ali Lloyd Jones. So Adam Berry and Sasha Bond. Sasha steps up to the neck. But it's Adam Berry all the way now. Around the hind leg he goes. And out goes the Englishman up there on stand number 5. Oh, here we are then. Sasha Bond, as Steve said, a double world record holder. She's quality all the way as well. Pouring those long blows in. She hits the cheek, ladies and gentlemen. Around the last front shoulder she comes. Cleans off the brisket. Searches for the flank. Curls the ampies around the hind leg. 3 more long blows around the hind leg, a flick of the tail, and out she goes. Good round of applause. No coming to the Athino Gid. That concludes heat number 1.
Shearers leave from stand 6, and we'll get the next heat up from stand 1. Sean Lewis to 1, Chad Marshall 2, Hamish Mitchell 3, Eddie Maguire 4, David Roberts 5, and Stephen Robury to stand number 6, please. Let's have you up.
What in were you meant to go on?
1. You are stand 3, Hamish. Sean on 1, Chad to 2. Adam Berry, Hamish wants you on your stand, please. Adam Berry. Hamish would like you up there, please. Chad Marshall, one of the Wagga Wagga team members. Hamish Mitchell from Scotland. Eddie Maguire, the New Zealander, but I think hails in Newtown. Dav Roberts and Stephen Robury. So we got Stephen Robury, a British record holder, 706 lambs. Hamish Mitchell, master shearer, British wool ambassador, and he has made that all Royal Highland final.
And Chad Marshall there from the Wagga Wagga team. And speed shear specialist, but having a go on these beautiful Welsh lambs.
Okay.
Adam Berry, we're still waiting for Adam Berry.
Adam Berry.
No
Hamish.
rush, Adam, but hurry up.
Adam, Hamish wants you.
He's been waiting.
It's lovely to see these international shearers travelling and supporting all the shows around the country. Okay, shearers to your doors. Timekeepers ready, judges ready, competitors go. So here we are underway. A cracking lineup taking the top 18 through of open shearers in the top 12 Welsh boys. Sean Lewis wearing that belly wool, straight into back leg. Chad Marshall, the Wagga Wagga speed shear. He's normally shearing 1, but he's got to do the 5 out onto the board. Hamish Mitchell, the Scottish man. Hamish, tremendous competitor, represented his country on numerous occasions in the World Championships. He's a master shearer. He's a British wool ambassador. And he's a cracking guy. Eddie Maguire was shearing in that New Zealand team a couple of years ago. What a shearer he was in his day, and he still is a shearer now. And he did that test. Boy, did he do a good job too. Lovely shearers with Eddie Maguire. Remember when in the 1990s, he was the next man. He was the potential. And he's really showing it up there on stand number 4. David Roberts. And then we got a British record holder, Stephen Robury. They go into 2. Wagga Wagga man goes into 2. Hamish Mitchell goes in for 2. Stephen Robury in for 2. Eddie Maguire's in for 2. David Roberts hot on the tail. He goes in for 2 along with Sean Lewis. 2 right away across the board now.
Yeah, so the second sheep out all the way along the line. Eddie Maguire's into that back leg and underline, but already up the neck and into the front shoulder are Hamish Mitchell, Chad Marshall. They're up the next row is Sean Lewis, the big man from down there in Ceredigion on stand. Number 1, he's rocking and rolling. But it's the men on stands 2 and 3. Chad Marshall, Hamish Mitchell, and Steve Robury has joined the party as well. Hamish Mitchell down the last side. Steve Robury is down the last side. Chad Marshall turning for home, but it's going to be Hamish Mitchell. The lanky loon from Skye goes into the pen for sheep number 3, Adam Berry. You've got to press that green button and again and again. That's right. So now Steve Robury. Steve Robury's 10 man down there on stand number 6. Mr. Edwards, press the button. And again, and again, and again. Bingo. So now Steve Robury swinging that steel, but it's still Hamish Middle in the middle. Dropping down onto the long blows is Hamish Mitchell. The Flying Scotsman, then Hamish Mitchell has got to the turn. He's a master shearer, has been around for a lot of years, got years and years of experience. And down the last side is Hamish Mitchell now, then out and round that hind leg. Hamish Mitchell, the man there from up there on the Isle of Skye, and he will be the first to go in through the door for 4.
Yeah, in goes Hamish Mitchell. So who's the closest to them? Eddie Maguire. Around the hind leg of 3 Eagles as well. And Stephen Robury. In goes Eddie Maguire. He's in for sheet number 4. Stephen Robury is in for 4. David Roberts to the wrong goes. Chad Marshall comes on the last side. Sean Lewis chasing hard as well up there on stand number 1. But into the undermine goes Eddie Maguire. Steps up to the neck, but Hamish Mitchell is all the way there at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. He's flat tack on the long blows. Has a little bit of a dance. But in goes Sean Lewis. He's in for sheep number 4. But down the last side comes Hamish Mitchell. Eddie Maguire is chasing hard as well up there, and so is Stephen Robury on 6. Into the undermine goes Chad Marshall on 2. There is Hamish Mitchell up there on stand number 3, who'll be the first to go in for his 5th and final lamb. Eddie Maguire goes in for 5. Stephen Robury goes in for 5. There's nothing between these 3 shearers up on 3, 4, and 6. Onto the front shoulder goes Chad Marshall. Sean Lewis is turning for home. They're stepping up to the neck already. Cleaning around the ears is Hamish Mitchell and Eddie Maguire. Stephen Robury is on the neck as well, but it's Hamish Mitchell and Eddie Maguire as they both step over on their 5th and final lamb. Eddie turns for home. Hamish turns for home. Down the last side they come in unison, up on stand 3 and 4. Stephen Robury is chasing hard to catch up. Only a blow or 2 behind. But it's Eddie Maguire and Hamish Mitchell. Slap bang in the middle of the boards, ladies and gentlemen. And out goes Eddie. And out goes Hamish. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Stephen Robury there as well, all the way. Out goes Stephen as well. So here we are then. Into the hind leg goes Chad Marshall, his 5th and final. David Roberts on the neck. And Sean Lewis up there on stand 1, turns for home. Down the last side comes Sean Lewis. The young man up there. Smooth, calm and collected. He curls the handpiece around the flick of the tail and out he goes. And David Roberts will be the next man to show up there on stand number 5. As he comes down the last side of his 5th and final. Chad Marshall turns for home. He hits the cheek. But it's David Roberts whose time is taken next, ladies and gentlemen. So Chad Marshall up there, the Kiwi man up there on stand and number 2. Around the hind leg he comes. 2 more blows. A flick of the tail and out he goes. Give him a round of applause. Welcome to the race of the note.
So next up, Daniel Lynette, Ellis Reese, Devon Jones, Matthew Evans, Ian Jones, and Phil Price. Four. So it's great to see these young men, like the likes of Ellis Reese and Devon Jones and Philip Price, the young boys coming up into the open ranks, getting in amongst them.
And as well, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the wool handlers today as well. They do a cracking job, never get the recognition they deserve. But the wool handlers always need recognition.
Are you afraid of him or what?
I was told to say that.
Yeah, you're afraid of him. They always get recognition. And the timekeepers. I'm more afraid of the timekeepers than I am the wool handlers.
You just say, oh, no.
So another cracking lineup. We got Daniel Linnett from Australia there on stand number 1. We got Ellis Reese, the Huntaway King, on stand number 2. We got Devon Jones, a local man, on 3. We got Hot Dogs, Matthew Evans, a previous Welsh world record holder, on stand number 4. We got Ian Jones, the legend from down there in 100 House, on stand number 5. He's a previous winner up here at Corwen, represented Wales down in Invercargill in 2017. And then we got Phil Price, the young up-and-coming gun. He made that big open speedship final last night. Was next into the Championship of Wales final. The Llantrusser man on stand number 6. Right, we're ready to go, Steve.
Okay, Shearers Theodores. Timekeepers ready, judges ready, competitors go. So what a lineup. Daniel from Australia. Ellis Reese from up there. Radar, he's had a cracking season as a seniors, Ellis Reese. And a junior and intermediate. Now Ellis Reese, the man on the Huntaway King. And the into the first front shoulder. Who's going to be the step up the next? Matthew Evans. What a final up that competition Matthew had up at the Royal Welsh, making the final of the Open.
The microphone's off. There's no point waving. There's nobody home. So now then on the long blows, we have Daniel Linnett, Ellis Reese, the Huntaway King. If he can make that handpiece sing like he can a Huntaway, he's going to be in that semi-final later on this afternoon. Ellis Reese down and round that last side. Ian Jones from Kevin Buchan. The legend from Bilth is about to go into the pen for sheep number 2. Ellis Reese comes out. Aled Priest. There's a little button to press, Aled, and you've got to press it one more time. Good man on stand number 2. Daniel Linnett is out with 2. Devon Jones down the last side on 1. Hot Dogs. Matthew Evans is coming down and round that hind leg on 1. But already up the neck and into the front shoulder are Ian Jones and Ellis Reese. Ellis Reese's first year up in the open grades. Ian Jones, as we heard down there at the Royal Welsh, he has been shearing at the Royal Welsh for 29 years. He's got to do one more to get to that 30th year. Then now Ian Jones cleans off the cheek and down the last side comes the man from Bilth Wells. Ian Jones is coming down and round that last side. Ian Jones, or Jonesy as we know him, is underneath the front leg and down to the hind leg. Phil Price is chasing. Ellis Reese, the Huntaway man, is chasing. Devon Jones is on the long blows, but Daniel Linnett, the man there from Australia, is around and into that back leg. Swinging that handpiece. In goes Phil Price. So this is turning out to be a hell of a heat now for the Open O.
Yep. A good old heat there. Ellis Reese is already in for 4, I think. Aled Priest. Have you pressed the button? You have. Good, he's on 3 then. Daniel Linnett. He's up there as well. Around the shoulder he comes. In goes Devon Jones. The man there from Cedrod in Ceredigion. Dyfan Abernach, he goes straight into the belly wall as well. Matthew Hot Dogs is on the front shoulder. Ian Jones comes down the last side around the hind leg of Lamb, number 3. Phil Price finishing touches to 3 as well as Ellis Reese. Daniel Lint gets the belly wall off. Hot Dogs is flat tack on the long blows. And Dyfan Jones gets onto the front shoulder. But Ellis Reese, as they say, the Huntaway King there, up on stand. And number 2 gets into the hind leg of his 4th Lamb and straight up onto the undermine. He goes in, goes Hot Dogs. He's in for 4. Ian Jones is already on the long blows of 4. And Phil Price opens the neck of 4. But Dyfan Jones will be the next to get 4 out onto the board. As around the hind leg he comes. Hot Dog steps up to the neck. But Ian Jones is leading the way at the moment, gentlemen. As he comes around the hind leg of his 4th Lamb, and in he goes sheep number 5, Steve.
So Ian Jones goes in for 5. One of the elite course instructors there now, and into the line, undermine he goes. Philip Price. Philip's shown over 58,000 sheep this year already. So it'll be 58,005 there by the time he finishes this one. So Philip Price, belly wool comes off on stand number 6. He's on sheep number 5. One more on these up sheep number 5, Rich. But Ian Jones, the furthest on a long blow time. On sheep number 5, Daniel Lynette, the Australian there, turns to come down the last side of his 5th and final sheep on the board is Daniel. Out the hind leg he goes. He might get in if he gets in the semi-final. He might take the cap off. But he's pretty cool up there. Up goes Daniel Lynette there on the Australian on stand number 1. Dyfan Jones comes out with his 5th and final sheep on the board. Ellis Reese coming down the last side from Ellis Reese there. The Huntaway King, what a shearer he is, that man. Out goes Ian Jones there on stand, and number 5. Where's Hot Dogs? Hot Dogs there on stand, and number 3, Matthew Evans. Made the final of the Open and the Welsh at the Royal Welsh there only the other day on Wednesday. He'd love to do the same here today. Tremendous competitor, 2-stand British record holder, Matthew Hot Dog Evans. Out goes Philip Price on stand number 6. Out goes Matthew Evans on stand number 4. And that just leaves Dyfan Jones there. Great little shearer, Dyfan. These boys, a lot of these youngsters now up in this Open. So they're just getting their wings and they'll be getting close, I tell you. Some tremendous competitors is Dyfan Jones. It's his stopper. Give him a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes heat number 3. Moving straight on to heat number 4. Dion Edwards to 1, Gwydion Davis 2, Aled Priest 3, Dennis O'Sullivan 4, Ian Morris to 5, John James to stand number 6. So we got a Dennis O'Sullivan, an Irishman, Dennis, but now resides in Scotland. But a tremendous boy, this man has come on tremendous. Made the final up there at the world final at the Royal Highland, and he came 4th. That's no mean feat in itself just to make the final, but he came 4th and he's an Ireland team member, is Dennis O'Sullivan. So again, a new crop of shearers in these Open, the likes of Dion, Gwydion, Aled, Ian and John. They've been Elan Jones, Elan Jones, please to stand number 3. Elan, they want you in the back pen, Elan. Thank you. Okay, everybody happy along the board? Shearers to your doors. Timekeepers ready, judges ready, competitors go. So they come with the first of one sheep. Out they come with the first sheep, and the penmen are all on the ball, except Callum. Callum, put one on there, mate. Ian Morris is penman. Goodbye, good boy. So Dennis O'Sullivan, he's already up the neck there. That young man made that world team machine shearing final there and come forth up there, the Royal Highland back in 2023. That's great to see him here now. Who's the furthest on? Oh, just giving him all that dragging up and just let her get away. So Dion Edwards. Dion Edwards, the first to turn there on stand number 1. He's got his racing face on. Look at the concentration on that face as he comes down the last side on sheep number 1 there now. And he's going to be the first to go in for sheep number 2.
Yeah, so Tanks there on stand number 1 goes in for sheep number 2. Where's Gwydion Davis? Gwydion Davis, the Silver Fox, on stand number 2, coming down and round that hind leg. He was over in New Zealand, shearing in the Hawke's Bay for the winter. He's in and out. Don't worry about the TV screen. We'll pay the license and we'll be back with him very shortly. So now Dion Edwards, Delante Newydd, what have you forgotten to do? Into the pen goes Dennis O'Sullivan for sheep number 2. Callum Shaw's on the ball. Ian Morris is on 2. Ian Morris is penman remembered as well. John James from down there, Aberystwyth country. He's up the neck and into that front shoulder. But Tanks now then has got to the turn. He's leaning around the cheek and he's coming down and round that last side. Dion Edwardson coming down and round that shoulder. John James is chasing. Ian Morris is chasing. Gwydion Davis is chasing. Dennis O'Sullivan 4th in that world final up at the Royal Highland last year. The highest place shearer from from the Republic of Ireland. He steps over on the long blows, but it's Dion Edwards, and he is in and out with sheep number 3. And I think that Delante Newydd has finally woken up, Bo.
Yeah, Dylan has finally woken up. Fair play to him. He's a busy week for him. Fair play. Dion Edwards up the undermine. Aled Priest comes around the hind leg of his second lamb up there. Dennis O'Sullivan in unison with it. They both go in together on the stand. 3 and 4. Where's the rest of the field? Then Ian Morris steps up to the neck of his 3rd. And John James is up the undermine of his 3rd lamb. But it's Dion Edwards up here on stand 1 on the long blows of sheep number 3 already. Aled Priest straight into the hind leg of lamb 3. Dennis O'Sullivan opens the neck and drops the front shoulder. But it's Dion Edwards here on stand number 1, who leads the field at the moment, ladies and gentlemen, around the hind leg, down towards the flank, leans off the top of the leg. One more blow and a flick of the tail for Dion Edwards up there on stand 1, and he'll pop in for sheep number 4. So Ian Morris as well up there on stand number 5. Down the last side he comes off sheep number 3. So in goes Dennis O'Sullivan. In goes Ian Morris. John James finishing touches to 3. And in goes John James, sheep number 4 here.
Yeah, so John James is out with 4. Aled Priest, I tell you what, he'll be glad to see the back of that one. He'll be giving it the old hock tour and spitting on that thing. because she is kicked and wriggled all the way around there on stand number 3. Into the pen, he goes for 4 for Penks, and Dion Edwards has got to the turn on his 4th sheep. The little man from up the road has just hit in the straps. Dion Edwards, Penks, as we know him, is coming down and round that last side. Round the hind leg comes Penks. One more sheep left in the pen, and into the pen will go Dion Edwards. He brings out the 5th and final sheep, Steve.
Dion Edwards out with his 5th and final sheep. Where's the rest of the field? Dennis O'Sullivan there and Gwydion Davis on stand number 2 and 4. Dennis walks in the pen. Johan Morris goes in for his 5th and final sheep. John James from up there at Bow Street. Henrik Oak goes in for his 5th and final lamb. Alid Priest coming round the last front shoulder of sheep number 4. I think he's got one left in the pen, has he? John James, he's got on his 5th and final sheep. John James on the 5th. Johan Morris up the neck. But it looks like it's going to be Alid Priest goes in for 5th and final sheep on the board. Dennis O'Sullivan getting into a little bit of rhythm. This Dennis here now. On a tremendous shears, Dennis O'Sullivan, but it looks like Dion Edwards on stand number 1 is going to put the first to put it down to Porto. Or is it going to be Dennis O'Sullivan? Looks like because Dennis now just gone a couple of blows in front as Dennis goes out the hind leg. Right underneath that hind leg, and he goes, and a flick around the tail, and out goes Dennis O'Sullivan on stand number 4, followed by Dion Edwards on 1. Where's Gwydion? He's going to be the next to come there. Gwydion there, flick around the tail, and out goes, he'll be reaching for the stopper. Hit your stopper, Gwydion. Out goes Gwydion on stand number 2. Ian Morris. Out goes Ian. So you can remember him winning senior competitions, and now here he is in the open. So John James now putting the finishing touches, and he'll be reaching for the stopper. Out goes John. Alid Priest, he got not got left behind. That 3rd lamb, she was an absolute biatch, she was. She would not stop kicking. She just could not relax, but he stuck to the job. And here he is, round the last front shoulder. He won't be far behind. Well, Alid Priest there on stand number 3. Down the last side he comes. Big wide out the hind leg. Underneath that hamstring he goes. And a more blow and a flick around the tail. And Alid, hit your stopper, Alid. Out they go. Give a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes heat number 4. We're moving on to 5. Looks like we got one of them dodgy fire sticks on stand number 2. They're not liking it. They haven't paid their subscription. One of them dodgy sticks. Oh, look out. He's come back. Any chance we got Netflix? No. On Netflix or Amazon? Any chance we can have the Olympics on or not? Oh, well.
I don't know, after watching the opening ceremony of the Olympics last night, I wouldn't bother.
Oh.
It was alternative.
Let's have Helena Resno to 1, Dowie Williams 2, Ridian Edwards 3, Andrew Pennell to 4, Ed Gingill to 5, Ridian Evans to stand 6. Please.
So what a lineup again. That's Ridian Edwards, that is.
Ridian Edwards.
Yeah.
Andrew. Where's
Pennell,
Andrew?
Andy Pennell.
Andy. Oh, I know Andy Pennell.
Yeah, from down in Sussex.
Andrew Percy.
And who?
Andrew Ed Gingill.
Yeah, Ed Gingill.
I always get them mixed up.
Yeah. Andrew Percy's gone home. So Andy Pennell from Sussex.
But
Ed Gingill, Sussex.
Andrew Pennell is from the Republic of Ireland.
No, he acts a bit Irish every now and then, but he's from England.
Andrew, you're from the Republic of Ireland today, mate.
Andy Pennell, since when have you been Irish? Since when have you been Irish?
Oh,
he's from Sussex in England.
Sussex in England.
Yeah. Oops. Look out, it's changed. Look.
Yay!
Look. by the power of the computer.
That's amazing.
She gave it the old hop tour and spat on the computer.
Tour. Okay.
Eleanor Resno from France, a record holder with her brother Timo on Merinos.
Wow.
Dewi Williams, a local man, on 2. Well, he's a local when he's at home. Ridian Edwards from just up the road here on 3. Andy Pennell from Sussex, Ed Ginger from Sussex, and Ridian Evans from down there in Talabont, Aberystwyth, the blade shearer now.
Yep, silly boy. Okay, are we ready to go? No. Why aren't we ready?
If you kept your mouth shut, you'd have had a good time, wouldn't you?
How many sheep you got, Ed? I've only got one.
They're feeling sorry for you, pal. Yeah.
Have they seen you before? Ed
Kept his
Ginger.
mouth shut, he'd have had a good board score, a good pen score, and he'd have
Yeah.
had a good time score.
All right, Ridian. You got. Okay. Cheers, Theodores. Timekeepers ready. Judges ready. Competitors go. So out they come. We've got Eleanor Resno, the French lady. Beautiful lady and a beautiful shearer she is. Dowie Williams, a local boy. Meridian Edwards, local boy. Andrew Pennell, Ed Ginger, the Sussex boys. And Meridian Evans from Talabont there on us. Meridian Evans, he's a machine shearer today. But he's a bloody good more blade shearer is Meridian Edward Evans. So Helena Resno, who's the first? It looks like Dowie Williams is going. Oh, if she just sits still. Ed Ginger from down there, Sussex country. Ed Ginger, up the shots are going in from the base of the hip right up to the base of the earth. Cleans off the cheek and down round the last side he comes. Followed by Ridian Evans. Where's Dowie, little Dowie Williams? Little Dowie Williams, he's underneath that last front shoulder. Look at that work, left hand working as hard as the right hand as well. But it's a Ridian Evans on stand number 6. Goes in for sheep number 2, Hugh.
Yeah, so Ridian Evans is no stranger with a handpiece. An open machine shearer, an open blade shearer. So Ridian Evans, seen Aberystwyth into that back leg and undermine. Into the pen goes Eleanor Resno. And again, once more. Merci beaucoup. Dewi Williams is on 2. Ridian Edwards, his pen man, is on 2. Andy Pennell is about to go in for 2. You press the button then. Good God Almighty. So now Andy Pennell has got 2 out on the board. Will his pen man remember? Jack Hutchinson. Jack Hutchinson, you got 1 job. Good man. So now Andy Pennell has got the belly wool coming off, but already turning for home and leading the rest of the field is Ridian Edwards. Ridian Evans, sorry, he was second in the blade shearing here yesterday afternoon. He would love to be into the open semi-final, but into the pen goes Ridian Evans for 3. Who's the closest to him? It's Dewi Williams. He will go in for 3. Ridian Edwards will go in for 3. Into the pen goes Ridian. Into the pen goes Ed Gingell for 3. He's in that English development team. And Ed Gingell, he made that final up at Stafford earlier on. The Turkish barber. Remember, cheers, Tom. He remembered the button, but it's still Ridian Evans. The Welshman there on stand number 6 has got to the turn. He did a season shearing out there in New Zealand with Nathan Stratford, down in Invercargill, down in the deep south. He went as a boy, he came back as a man, and now Ridian Evans is down and round that hind leg. Round the top of the tail will go Ridian Evans, and Ridian will be the first through the door for 4, Steve.
Yeah, he went out to New Zealand. How he managed without his mum, I don't know, to iron his clothes, but he did it. So Ridian Evans, he's out with sheep number 4. Where's the rest of the field? Helena Resno, look at them sweeping in them. The shots are going in on them long blows. And she cleans off the cheek to come round the last front shoulder. Does Helena Resno. She comes second in that ladies competition up at the Royal Welsh. She was a former winner. She's a cracking shearer. She's a look at just cruisy, real cruisy style. Sheep under control all the time. And out the hind leg she goes. Helena Resno. Dowie Williams, the local man, goes in for sheep number 4. Andrew Pennell from Sussex goes in for sheep number 4. Ed Gingell, where's he? Long blow time on sheep number 4. Well done, he remembered. So Dowie Williams now into the undermine on stand number 2. Up the neck he steps of sheep number 2 into first front shoulder. Look at that sheep all on the move. A real difficult part of the sheep to shear in his first front shoulder. Oh, and she gets away. She gets away. It just makes that cleaning under that last front shoulder difficult. But Dowie Williams got it under control. Little Ridian Evans coming down the last side of sheep number 4. One left in the pen for him. Ridian Evans from Taliban there. He comes in out for sheep final, 5th and final sheep on the board, along with Ed Gingell from Sussex there on stand number 5. Belly off for Ed there. Ridian Evans flies in the pen for sheep number 5. Dowie Williams. What number sheep is he on? Dowie Williams goes in for his next sheep. Has he got another one? What's Dowie? Yayan, what's Dowie on? 5, 4 or 5? 4 or 5? He got one left in the pen? No, well, he's on 5. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, he's there. So he goes in. Dowie Williams, he's now on sheep number 6. Helena Resno goes in for sheep number 5. 5 all the way across the board now. Who's it going to be? It looks like it's going to be Iridian Evans there. Wow, that boy is just cleaning him up. Is Iridian Evans out there? He's a keen competitor, Iridian Evans from Taliban country there. Out the hind leg. What a cracking job he's doing on the last side of that sheep. There is nothing to take off that one. Out goes Ed Gingell on stand number 4. Out goes Iridian Evans on stand number 6. Sorry, Ed Gingell on 5. Where's the rest of the field? Out goes Iridian Evans on 3. That just leaves Andy Pennell, Dowie Williams, and Eleanor Resano. Resano round the last front shoulder he comes. Andy Pennell just put in the finishing touches and a flick around the tail, and his time will be taken. Time taken for Dowie Williams on 2. That just leaves Helena Resano. Out the hind leg, sit still, she's saying to this lamb. I don't know what it is in French, but she's probably saying it there. And a flick around the tail, and out goes Helena Resno. Give him a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes heat number 5. We will move on to heat number 6. What a lineup. So we got Callum Shaw to 1, Peredig Lewis to 2, Sean Burgess 3, Loic Lagoni to 4, Guion Evans to 5, and Gilles Grandjean to stand number 6. So we got a Scottish team member. Callum Shaw was 3rd at the Worlds. Sean Burgess, the Chilean team manager from New Zealand. Loic Lagoni, will see him in the French team. And then we got the current world champion, Guion Evans. And then Gilles Granger, a French team against the Welsh development team. Loic Lagoni is on stand 4. So we got the current world champion, Guion Evans, just missed out from 2nd in that big open up at the Royal Welsh. Caredig Lewis. Referee Caredig. Referee. The referee. Callum Shaw from Scotland. Just had a little baby boy. Just, well, his partners and a little baby boy. Emily Pepper, I do see is her mum in the foils quite often. And we have little updates and pictures, I do, from mum or grandmother. So I do know a lot about the Shaw family. Updates. Okay, we ready to go? Shearers to your doors. Timekeepers ready, judges ready, competitors go. So here they go. Callum Shaw, Scottish champion. Won that at the Royal Highland, and he said he was third at the Worlds. Tremendous competitor, Callum Shaw there on stand. A beautiful shearer. Just become a father now in the first, and he's on in the first front shoulder. But Guion Evans, we got the current world champion and the current world team champion on stand number 5. And that's no mean feat for that young man on stand number 5 there. Beautiful, sweeping in them long blows. He was second at the big open up there, the Royal Welsh there on last week. But so we got the current world champion. What a coveted title that is. That's no mean feat. He's in the history books. And look at the beautiful job on that last sheep there, on that last side. What a job, quality job. And he goes in for sheep number 2. Oh,
Yeah, in goes Guion. Callum Shaw's in there for 2 as well. In goes Sean Burgess. He's in there for 2 as well. So there we are then. Where's the Frenchman, Loic Lagoni? In goes Credit Lewis, the man they call Digger up there on stand number 2. He's in for sheep in number 2. So we got 2 across the board, ladies and gentlemen. Giles Grancher is in there for 2 into the belly wool. But it's Guion Evans and Callum Shaw that lead the field at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. As they both pour those long blows in. Guion spins for home. And down the last side, Callum Shaw will do as well. Sean Burgess is on the long blows. Corretti Lewis. He puts the long blows in as well. But Guion Evans, our current world champion, and Callum Shaw are both there around the hind leg. They bow together. And in goes Guion for 3. In goes Callum for 3. Giles Grancher up there, the Frenchman up on stand, and number 6 turns for home. Tigger's turning for home as well up there on stand number 2. In goes Loic Lagoni. He's in there for sheep and number 3. But around the hind leg goes Credit Lewis. Down the polo she goes. He goes in for sheep 3, and so does Sean Burgess. In goes Giles Grancher for 3. So we got 3 across the board. All the way from stands 1 to 6. It's heating up there, Steve. Oh, Hill.
Yes, heating up, Bo. So Callum Shaw now then has got to the turn. Round that shoulder comes the Scotsman. The Flying Scotsman. He's a team member for the Scottish team. He was 3rd in the World Championships. Down the last side comes Callum Shaw, but into the pen is Guion Evans, the world champion from Wales. The Llansannan man has got the belly wool coming off. Down and round that hind leg goes Guion Evans on stand number 5. Up the undermine goes Guion. Into the pen goes Loic Lagoni. 4 sheep. Is that sheep number 3 or 4 there? Eleanor Resno, press the button. So Sean Burgess from up there in the top of the South Island of New Zealand. He was the Chilean manager for the World Championships for the last 2 Worlds. Up the undermine goes Sean. Caredig Lewis, or Digger as we know him, he goes in for sheep number 4. But it's Callum Shaw and Guion L. Evans. Down the last side comes Callum. Down the last side is Guion. Round that hind leg they go. who's going to be the first into the pen for that fifth and final sheep. It's Callum Shaw, the Scotsman. It's Gwion Evans, the Welsh world champion. Off comes the Belly Wolf on stands 1 and 5. Into the pen goes Louis Lagoni. Eleanor Resno, press the button. And press the button again. Is he on 4 or 5? 5 for Louis Lagoni. The bad man there on stand number 4 is up the undermine, but it's still the men on 1 and 5. It's Gwion Evans on stand 5. Callum Shaw on stand 1. Callum Shaw travelled all the way from Scotland this morning. He's turned for home. He's coming round that shoulder and down the last side. And Gwion Evans is in the same blow. They're down and round that hind leg together. Who's going to hit the button first? Is it going to be the Welshman? No, it's the Scotsman. They're on stand number 1. Out goes Gwion Evans on stand number 5 there, Steve.
So out goes Callum Shaw there now. Gwion Evans, world champion, Scottish champion. 4. We got a line up here at Corwen, I tell you. And we got Frenchman, the French team member. Out goes Louis Lagoni. Ceredig Lewis there. We know what Ceredig is about. He's had a go in the old development team, and it's bringing them boy, that young man on. He's a tremendous shearer. Is Ceredig Lewis there on stand number through. Out he goes. He hits the stopper. And then out goes Gilles Granger on stand, another Frenchman on stand 6. And that just leaves Sean Burgess here on stand. And out goes Sean. Give him a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes heat number 6. We'll move on to heat number 7. Dylan Jones, Andrew Morris, Ewan George, Jack Fagan, Claire Evans and Gethin Lewis. Oh my God, what a heat this is as well. We've got Andrew Morris, the veterans professional final winner. Jack Fagan, what a last few weeks he has had. Speeches, 3 speeches, the open final at the Royal Welsh. And now he's here and he's defending his title because he won this big open competition last year. We got Lear Evans, the two-stand British record holder, and Gethin Lewis. He is the current Welsh champion shearer. Wales won that coveted title in the Royal Welsh on Wednesday. Dylan to 1. Andrew 2, Ewan George 3, Jack Fagan, Lear Evans, Gethin Lewis. So they got 30 seconds to oil up their handpiece, and we'll get underway with this heat number 7. Okay. So we got little Lear Evans. He's been making speech here, finals as well. Little Lear started shearing when he was 13. Okay, Andrew, you ready? Good boy. Shearers to your doors. Timekeepers are ready. Judges ready. Competitors go. So a great lineup of open competitors again. Dylan Jones, Andrew Morris, Ewan George, Jack Fagan, Lear Evans, Gethin Lewis. Oh, sorry, Lear Evans. Of those, Lear Jones. Lear Evans, tremendous. Look at him, beautiful style. He already ups up the